live.
Back. Yeah, we're
Okay.
live.
What's up?
We're not live technically.
Well,
Well,
no, I guess not.
Live,
It's Saturday
recording
night.
We're
Oh.
recording live,
Yeah.
but not live.
But it's
Live
not
from
Saturday.
New York. It's Saturday. Oh wait,
We're not
it's
in New York,
Tuesday.
and it's not Saturday.
It's Tuesday.
Here, reporting live.
We might
Welcome
get
back.
Copyrights for that.
Fuck them.
I'm pretty sure nobody.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Welcome
And
back.
Whenever they do,
We
we'll have the money to
are
pay for the suing that will happen.
the
I
Bonsai
guess.
movie crew.
That's
the
We
inevitable,
post
inevitable
this, the first
lawsuit
comment
that'll
we get
happen.
from fucking
Yeah.
SNL saying,
We're gonna
y'all
need you to
fuck.
take that video down, or we're gonna sue you.
Yeah.
Sure, we've got 8,000 more like it.
We'll
That's
edit it.
Beep,
Fuck
beep,
you,
beep,
Lorne
beep,
Michaels. Suck my balls.
beep. We'll leave it up and we'll take everything
I'll
out.
put my
The whole
balls
video
in
is just
Joe.
beep, 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 beep.
And let me tell you about that Lorne Michaels and that Chevy Chase.
Oh, man. Chevy Chase anymore.
Anyway, welcome back. Don't forget to check out all of our socials and our YouTubes and our social medias and our you know what I'm saying. All this stuff on the screen. Oh shit, what's next? Oh yeah, don't forget to tell your friends about us. Next. Let's get into our creator profile this week. Guess what we're gonna do? Another white guy. Because apparently that's all we do.
We did Morgan Freeman.
We did do Morgan Freeman. We've done one black guy and two females. All the rest have been white people. White dudes. Have we done Keanu Reeves yet? We
Yeah.
did Keanu Reeves. I thought so. Crystal asked me earlier. I was like, I think we did.
Yeah.
I think he was like one of the first ones we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to write down the ones we've done.
I got a pretty good memory.
Yeah, we might want to write them down. Because eventually we're going to get so balls deep and it's like, fuck, did we do them? And we're not going to remember.
Maybe it's something I should put on the sheet.
Maybe. Should probably start writing these down. Anyway,
I got it.
this week it's another white dude.
We should do Mike Judge.
It's gonna be we're doing Jason Statham this week because my wife asked me to. She said, "Do Jason Statham." I was like, okay. She's a
Talk me
big
into
Jason Statham fan. I think she's got a thing for bald guys.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Madison.
Who is Jason Statham?
Oh, Jesus.
He's a bald white guy.
No, it's the first sentence.
You throw us for a loop.
English action star
Jack.
Jason Statham.
Jake.
Sorry, I've been reading a lot today. I was reading an English class
Then you should be
today.
better at
The
it.
Crucible. No, I shouldn't, because they put me as Reverend Paris. That was not fun. He's like super religious, and I'm like super not. So that was fun.
As a reverend, I would hope he was, I guess. Like,
I'm just
don't
in
know.
it for the boys.
I didn't know what that
No,
meant. She was
Oh,
like,
that's pretty. Sorry.
I didn't know what that meant. She said, "Do you want to be a Reverend Paris?" And I was like, "Sure." And she was like, "Cool, read this." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't know what that meant. Anyways, English action star Jason Statham has convincingly portrayed a host of unsavory yet oddly endearing tough guys who can generally be counted on to dish out beatdowns and lead car chases while intercutting the action with a well-timed quip. But before he ever stepped foot,
Usually with whenever he sounds like this. Sorry, it's not very good. I don't sound much like Jason Statham, but I know he's got an accent. That's what it sounds like, and he always sounds like an asshole.
Is it the Cackney accent or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like a British gangster dude
Yeah.
kind of
I think
accent.
they call it Cackney.
That's why, like, who was it? Not Martin Scorsese. There's another director that does a lot of gangster type movies. He did Rock and Rolla. I believe he did Snatch.
Snatch. Yeah, he did Snatch.
He was in Snatch, actually.
Richie.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie, yeah.
He does a lot of those. He's one of Jason Statham's favorites.
Yeah, well, Jason Statham is one of his favorites.
Yeah.
He uses him in a lot of stuff.
Using a lot of stuff there.
But before he ever stepped foot on a movie set, Statham's life was just as colorful as the characters he's played on screen. From beginning on Olympic diver to fashion model to even having a side gig in the black market. Excuse me?
Right?
Wow,
I
that's
read
very
that.
story.
I read that
Like-
too, and I was like, what?
Like, you might as well say, like, he was a ballet person to, like, this to the black market. What?
Right.
what?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, he was involved in the black market. That's awesome.
Diver to what?
Diver
Isn't
to
that
the black-
wait? Isn't that illegal?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's where you
very.
sell illegal shit.
Yeah,
Well,
very.
if they know that, then why aren't they arresting him?
Because they can't get him for
Because they
something
can't
he's
get
not
him
doing
for anything. He
anymore.
doesn't do it anymore. He's an actor. He's made millions.
Well, there's no evidence to it.
Yeah.
To support it. I mean, hell, I can say I've been dabbled in.
I was gonna say we could all
black
sit here and
market.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
I've fucked around in the black market before.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So
Prove
if
me
this
wrong?
isn't a fact, why is this person telling us this?
It is a fact. It's just continue. I think you're overthinking it too much.
I am. That's me.
Yeah,
I'm here to make you guys question yourselves.
I'm not questioning myself. You're questioning Jason Statham.
Yeah, you might as well
If
be
Jason
questioning
Statham
yourself.
says it's true, then it's true.
Yeah. And who are you to say otherwise?
That was good. That
Thank
was
you.
a good one.
Thank
Yep,
you.
You're welcome. That was a good one.
Sorry. I love you so much.
Guy Ritchie, give me a call, bud.
You wouldn't make it through the whole movie.
No, I'd definitely die.
Cut.
Cut. You're fired. What? Can you at least just kill
You
me
can
off?
only say one line, man.
One line, man.
He gets one line the whole movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, you'd probably make a buttload though. Like,
Nah.
Statham amassed a unique set of skills that perfectly positioned him to be an action star.
So he's also Liam Neeson.
Background and earlier career. Jason Statham was born on July 26, 1967 in Shirebrook, Derbyshire? Derbyshire. To
Derbyshire.
Aline and Barry Statham. He had an older brother named Lee, and both took the interest in martial arts, but Statham had other athletics passions, one of which was diving, and he began working on those skills, eventually becoming a part of the British Olympic team that traveled to Seoul, Korea in 1988. After the Olympics, he continued as a member of the national diving squad for the next decade. How old is this guy?
He was born in 1967. So he's like 55.
He's like 2 years younger than what my mom would have been.
He doesn't look that old, does he?
Well, no, he's a
56.
fucking actor.
He's 56.
He stays in shape. He's fucking ripped.
Okay. However, after some disappointing finishes at the World Championships and Olympic trials, he decided to focus on the next chapter of his career. A few years later, his athletic build caught the eye of a talent agent and landed Statham a gig in an ad campaign for the European clothing retailer French Connection, an appearance in a Levi's jeans commercial, and work for Hilfiger.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Followed as soon Statham had a modeling career. This helped him land jobs as a background dancer in the early 90s music videos like The Shamans, Coming On, and Erasures?
Yeah.
Run to the Sun movies. It was the title.
It sounds to me like this shit was just handed to him. Like, he didn't have to do anything. He's just walking through life like, hey, you got a nice body. Want to come do this modeling shit? Sure. Hey, you look good. Why don't you come over here and be a background dancer? Okay.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't have to try for any of it.
It kind of does.
Kind of sounds like he didn't try for any of it. He just kind
Of course,
like,
if you're making really good money in the black market,
yeah.
you can probably get into most things pretty easily. You probably make connections that way too.
That's probably true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like, all them fuckers are buying little boys off the fucking black market.
Well, because like you made the comment that it's easy to stay, or like you got to stay in shape when you're movie star or whatever. It's easy to though when you're a movie star because you have a chef. You're not working all day. You're not having to come home and cook your meals.
Literally, all you gotta do is get up and exercise.
Like you literally wake up, you can exercise, and then you can tell your cook, like, look,
This is my diet.
I'm trying to lose weight, so don't like do that, like make certain
This is
things.
my diet. I need this made.
Yeah.
So go get it from the store and make it for me.
Yeah. So like it's easy.
I want a maid. I'd give up sleep and food for a maid. I'd give up sleep and food anyway, but
I like to cook, so I would like to have a maid though. Yeah.
I like to sleep, so
Yeah, I like to sleep though too.
I get more done if I didn't have to sleep.
Well, yeah.
If I didn't have to sleep,
Yeah,
it would
if my
be.
body
I take that
just-
back. I play too many video games. I just play more video games.
Yeah, remember when everything was locked down? Like everybody would be like, "Oh yeah, I'd get more done if I didn't have to work." That was a lie.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I got a lot of shit done. To be honest
Well,
with you.
good for you.
I don't know what I got done.
I tried to work on the basement.
Okay.
Oh yeah, continue. Sorry.
Sorry.
We got off
Movies, Lock,
subject.
Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Statham once worked as a con artist selling fake perfume and stolen jewelry on the streets. That was street theater, Statham said in a 2007 interview with the Chicago Tribune. You work with a team, some people in the crowd, some guys who stand looking for the police, and that's how we met Guy Ritchie, who is fascinated by Statham's past. Ritchie invited him to audition for a part in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Guy had written a character that was the same as me, Statham said in an interview with Esquire magazine. It's Esquire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he said, I love it. Give me some of the patter. At the time, I had loads of it, and he was fascinated with that, and he just wanted someone who was authentic. So, though Statham had no acting experience or training, Ritchie cast him as Bacon, a central character who was attempting to make easy money to repay a huge gambling debt. So that was kind of handed to him, too.
Yeah, pretty much. Guy Ritchie saw him, said, "Hey, you'd be great for a role." Okay.
Right place, right time.
Yep. Apparently.
What was
Okay.
that one actress said she just showed up at a bank and got
That was
Charlize
Charlize
Theron.
Theron. Yep.
She was flipping out at the bank teller,
Yeah.
and the guy behind her happened to be a producer.
Yeah.
It was like,
So-
"Hey, you'd be great in a movie."
So, the moral of the story is to be an asshole to bank tellers and
Look
No,
good.
just an asshole in general.
And sell,
sell
stolen
hot
jewelry.
stuff on the side of the road.
Oh, you also got to look
Stolen
sexy though.
jewelry.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
look good.
fuck.
Yeah, because Charlie Theron's hot. I mean, Jason Statham, he back whenever he had hair. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think he looks better without hair. It's kind
That's
of like
probably
Bruce
true.
Willis.
He kind of does look better without hair.
Yeah, Bruce
If
Willis
that's
looks
the-
better without hair, in my opinion.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Isn't Bruce Willis the guy that Grandma has a crush on?
Bruce
Die
Willis
Hard.
is the guy that
I don't
everyone has a
know.
crush on.
Oh,
I don't know.
pretty
Grandma
sure.
has a crush on a few different guys.
Well, he's bald.
Uh,
And he's in one of the Fast and Furious movies. Not
That's
like
not-
one of the
That's
spin-offs.
Vin Diesel.
no.
Yeah, that's probably
not
Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel.
No.
Oh no, you're thinking of Jason Statham.
Actually,
Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah.
yeah, Cobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs.
Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jason
That's
Statham.
Jason,
yeah. She turned it on whenever I was over there.
Yeah.
She was like,
she likes Jason Statham too.
"Do you like Jason Statham?" I was like, "I don't know who it is." She was like, "Really? I love him."
She's like, "You're on a movie podcast, dumbass. How don't you know who this is?"
No, that was before. That was before I was on the
Oh.
podcast with you guys. Chill out. Attacking me and
She's an
stuff.
apprentice. Calm down.
She's not an apprentice. What do they call it? Intern. She's interning.
I'm here to learn, guys. That's why I'm reading about them. So I actually listen.
That would make her do all the
absorb
work.
information.
Well, she's supposed to. She's not a very good intern.
No, I'm not.
She doesn't even handle the Instagram.
Suck. You give me an hour a day to be on electronics.
That's different.
That's not different. And I'm at school all day.
If I said, "What are you doing on your phone?" You said, "I'm doing the podcast." I'd be like, "Okay."
See, that's all you had to say.
You wouldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, huh?
Just
I was gonna
continue
do it the other
reading
day, and I was like,
Before
wait,
I punch
only
you in the
have an
face. You guys ever want to punch your kids?
Every day.
Okay. I'm not alone then.
hour.
That laugh.
What kind of fucking cackle is that, man? It's like-
That laugh. When you hit the clown. Tim Curry's version too.
I don't know how he does it. It took the breath out of me.
Okay. Stop.
We did. Mhm.
And okay, shut up.
Oh my god.
We got yelled at.
Okay, not you, Karen. I'm talking to Eric.
Yeah, Eric. Shut up.
Come on, read the papers. We got to keep going here.
Sorry. Snatch. In his next crime comedy, Snatch 2000, Richie brought Statham on again, this time as a petty criminal named Turkish, who tries to make a name for himself in underground boxing. Although the role was originally a minor one, with headline name actors including Brad Pitt and Benicio del Toro. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Actually, front and center. Statham's role involved substantially.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Substantially, and he became an unforgettable anti-hero. The Transporter, Crank, The Mechanic, and Expendables. Is it Luke?
Which is
It's
a new one's coming
Luc.
out too.
Yeah, Luke.
Luke Besson then cast Statham in the titular role of 2002's The Transporter, about a driver for hire willing to deliver anything as long as the price is right, until he gets involved in the kidnapping of a young woman who has ties to a dangerous drug ring. The film was a huge hit, which established Statham as an action hero and spawned a sequel in 2005. Statham has also starred in the films Crank and its sequel, as well as The Mechanic and its 2016 sequel. In 2010, he joined the Sylvester Stallone.
Come on.
Okay. And all-star cast for The Expendables, The Expendables 2, 2012, and The Expendables 2014. 2014. The Fast and Furious franchise, Hobbs and Shaw. This was what I was talking about. It was right in my hands while we were talking about it.
Yep. That's what she said.
Okay. That was uncalled for, Dad. We need to have a discussion about your mouth issues.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said too.
I know. In 2013, Statham joined an already established action franchise, The Fast and Furious 6, and 2017 reprised his role in its 8th installment, The Fate of the Furious. He later paired with his erstwhile Scream nemesis, Dwayne Johnson. They're nemesises?
Yeah, they don't get along in real life.
Oh, really?
I think they do.
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was just their
Jason.
on-screen nemesis. They're
Well,
saying like they're on-screen. No, you're thinking of Dwayne Johnson and
Vin Diesel.
They don't.
Oh
do that.
yeah,
There
that's
we go.
that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh. Dwayne Johnson for the launch of the spin-off Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw in 2019. And that movie wasn't that bad.
No, I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah. I watched it with Grandma. I liked it. A comic turn in spy. In the 2015 Spy, written and directed by Paul
Feige.
Okay. It's spelled weird. And starring Melissa McCarthy, Jude Law, and Rose Byrne.
Burn.
Said it right the first time. Statham stands out as an anti-James Bond, though Feige wrote the part of surly agent Rick Ford with Statham in mind. He told Forbes.com, okay, he never thought he would accept the role. They spelled Statham the wrong way. Statham concedes that he had some hesitation about it. You never know what you're getting into with a comedy, Statham said in an interview with Variety. Yeah? Variety? Okay. But it helps to have a great director, and Paul Feige is the Scorsese of comedy films. There's too many big words. Statham is set to reprise his role in an upcoming sequel, Spy 2. The Meg. In 2018, Statham was back in theaters as the star of the sci-fi horror film The Meg, about a 75-foot prehistoric shark that terrorizes a submarine crew. Expected to flop, the film instead proves a surprising hit, taking a $44.5 million at the North American box
They expected to flop. Why the fuck did they make it? Oh, this is gonna flop. Go ahead, make it. I guess.
Taking a 44.
I can't answer that. I fell asleep watching it.
I watched it a little bit whenever I was a kid, but that's it.
Second one was better.
I still haven't got around to that.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining.
I should finish the first
I
one because it'll
I
bug
didn't
me if
mind
I try
the
to just watch
first
the
one.
second
I
one.
didn't like the second one.
Really?
No.
I like the second one because it was like more over the top.
It just bringing in dinosaurs was like, stop.
There's dinosaurs.
Not big dinosaurs, but yes.
I should finish the first one.
Taking in 44.5 million at the North American box office and another 97 million overseas during its opening weekend. Since 1998, Statham has made more than 40 films, almost all of them in the action genre. Yet, unlike many action stars, Statham is known for performing the vast majority of his stunts. He also advocated for having stunt performers be included in the Oscars with a designated category. Personal life. This guy's got a big life. Statham, a supermodel, Rosie. Oh, Statham and supermodel Rosie Huntington Whiteley began dating in 2011 and together had a son, Jack Oscar, in 2017. The couple got engaged in 2016. That's it.
All
There's
right,
not much
favorite
on his
Jason
personal.
Statham movie, go.
I really like the Guy Ritchie movies,
Okay.
like all of them.
Okay.
I actually like Transporter.
Transporter.
That was like the first one.
I've only
I thought
ever
I'd
seen
him in.
Hobbs and Shaw, I think.
So that's your favorite then?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I really like.
If I had to pick one, though, I like the Expendables. Like, if I had to pick one, I really like the Expendables.
It's definitely not the Expendables for me. I think it'd have to be more of a beat 'em up kind of movie. I like his martial arts shit where he's constantly beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, that's
Think
why
I like
picked
the
Transporter,
Expendables.
'cause it was
Transporter's
just
good.
constantly-
Crank is good.
Crank would be my second. I
Both
think,
of them,
but
Crank
I
1
really
and
like
2.
the Guy Ritchie movies just because of all the.
I do like the Guy Ritchie movie. I love Guy Ritchie films
Yeah.
though.
Well, yeah, it's because like you've got like the plot and
Yeah.
yeah, I really like those movies. But I like the Expendables because you had like all
Hobbs
of
and
these guys
Shaw-
coming together.
Hobbs and Shaw was good, but which one was it where it was a Fast and Furious movie with Hobbs and Shaw in it? Was it 7 or 8? I think it was 7.
7. I think 7 was the first
It
one
said
that had
on
like.
the paper, it said 6.
Oh, I don't know. Whichever one it was where the two of them have to break out of prison. That was a pretty good scene.
That would probably be 8.
I think so. That was a good one. I like anything where he's just beating the shit out of people. Because why not?
The reason I didn't say the Expendables is my favorite for Jason Statham is because I like it because of all of the guys coming together, like not just because it's Jason Statham.
Right,
Is
yeah.
Fast and Furious in the box?
No.
No? Too many of them?
I'd quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to take on.
The first one was like the only one that really had like a good story.
I disagree. The first 3 suck dick.
You think so?
Everything after that is good because they just turn into great action movies.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Something you want to turn your brain off and watch, there you go. Anything from 4 and beyond. Yeah, that's what I like about the movies. That's what I said too. The movie was like, oh, when are they going to stop making them? I was like, as long as they keep making them, I will keep watching them because they're entertaining action movies.
That last one though, that was just too much.
It was a little, yeah,
It was way too much.
Yeah. And then they're making 3 out of the last, or like 10-1, 10-2, and 10-3.
Yeah.
So like it's like Fast and Furious X, and then Fast and Furious X Part 2, and then Fast and
They're
Furious
Oh,
X
okay.
Part 3.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Extend it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
They're,
man, no.
they're kicking a dead horse at this point.
Oh, it was Dead Horse.
Yeah.
That last
And
one
they're
was just
long as
terrible.
fuck.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Anyway, that's Jason Statham. That's your creator profile. I don't know. Do you guys think we should do for the month of October? Do you think we should do only horror movie people,
do like Wes Craven.
like Wes Craven?
I think we should do like big names
Yeah,
in the horror genre.
people.
John,
Yeah,
Carpenter.
John Carpenter, Wes
John
Craven.
Carter, Wes Craven. Who else
And I
we
mean,
got?
I
What
think
about
we
the girl
should
from
stick with
Alien?
creators, and I don't mean like like the actors. I mean like creators.
Right.
Like
Creators.
We could do. You're talking about Sigourney Weaver, but
Yeah.
you could do Sigourney Weaver, but she doesn't just do horror. She's done other things.
yeah.
Like you could choose Bruce Campbell because he only does horror.
Yeah.
He's done
No,
other
he's-
things.
he did that.
Yeah, I guess he
uh,
has dabbled in other shit.
Yeah.
But if you want to say that, but I mean, so is Wes Craven. Wes Craven did
Yeah.
Red Eye, and that's not horror.
It's a thriller.
Suspenseful thriller, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll
I would,
figure
I
out
would
4
say
good
like
ones.
people that people that really contributed to the horror
Horror.
genre.
Right, yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, we'll definitely like get in there with like Wes Craven. Wes Craven's a definite.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
John
so
Carpenter, I
think
think,
John
would be another
Carpenter
one.
should be
John
in there.
Carpenter, yeah. Okay. I can't really think of any other major horror directors off the top of my head.
It doesn't just have to be a direct. It could be somebody
You
right.
could do Rob Zombie as much as we may not like
Fuck
him.
that. He
Okay.
fucking killed.
He's still horror
He
though.
fucked it up. He fucked it up.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know why either.
Yeah. Clive Barker.
Oh
Clive
yeah,
Barker's
Clive
another one.
Barker. I
Who's the
love
writer
Clive
for,
Barker.
Shining.
So there's 3 of them right there. The Shining, Stephen King.
Yeah, you could do Stephen King also. He's always a very big horror person. And he did.
I'll
do
think
some
about
directing.
it because Stephen King. Well, he doesn't just do horror either, but I guess he mainly is horror.
Mainly.
I'm saying
Yeah.
Wes Craven and John Carpenter over Stephen King, but Stephen King also did a lot of
Yeah,
horror things in my book.
yeah.
I guess
we'll
I'm
see.
thinking of like
And
the ones that really
created it in
contributed
his
to like
own
what
mind.
horror is today. I
Yeah,
guess
Okay.
is my thoughts. But
R.L. Stein, even though it's not scary, but
I would say like so. You know,
Yeah,
we
but
got
we
Wes
don't have
Craven,
to
we
like the
got-
whole point of Halloween isn't the fact that it has to be horror. It could be just Halloween related, and Goosebumps is very much Halloween related.
It's like childhood thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And every
We'll see,
character
though.
he made.
Yeah,
up
he
in
did.
his own mind.
He did do strictly horror stuff. Like even though it was more geared towards kids, it was still.
He's
all-
done some
Dude,
adult
that stuff used
sort
to
of
scare
stuff.
me
Yeah.
whenever I was a kid. Especially the Allstein's Haunted series, or I think it was called something like that. But the first episode with the doll, dude, me and I used to watch that one all the time because it would freak
Slappy.
us out so much. Huh?
Slappy.
R.L. Stein's the one who did the Fear Street stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fear
So
Street
and that's
Saga,
very
the-
like
Yeah.
violent.
the books weren't so much.
No?
though.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, let's move on.
What the hell have you been watching?
What have you guys been watching? Karen, let's start with you.
The Purge, the first Purge, the prequel one, and so far that was my favorite one. I really liked that one. Seeing what the first one was like and how it happened, and finding out that twist about the government. I really liked
I'm not
that.
sure if I saw that one.
That one was really good. I would recommend watching that one. It was really good. Really, really good. Because, I usually don't go past 3 on a franchise, but this one's really drawing me in. Because,
I know I've seen the first 3
Yeah.
because the second 2 had Frank Grillo in them,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if I watched the one after that.
The Purge series is kind of drawing me in because it's not so much like about, most franchises have like, gimmick of some sort, right? But like the Purge is more a social commentary.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yeah.
I really enjoy like every single movie has something new to add
hmm
to why or how or what, something.
Is the first one about the girl?
So the first one's the house, right?
No, I'm talking about the one you just watched.
Oh yeah, so this one this one was about how the first Purge got started after the new founding fathers were elected. And so there was like an experiment on Staten Island. And it was basically like in the projects, and people were paid to be in the Purge.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
It's really good.
Yeah, I don't think I saw
Really,
that
really
one.
good. It's so far that one is my favorite. I watched Evil Lives Here, and then I watched The Forever Purge, which was the next one. Didn't care for that one so much. So I'm really kind of scared they're going to go downhill from here, but
Probably.
yeah. It was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
We'll see if the next one maybe, because it did do the same thing where it added a little more to it. So maybe we'll give it one more movie, but if it continues, I'll be done. You know how I
Okay.
am.
Yeah, right.
Hellbound Hellraiser 2 was the Joe Bob movie this week, and we started The Righteous Gemstones on Sunday.
Hellraiser 2, that was a good one.
It was a good one.
It's almost as good as the first one.
Almost, but there are a lot of plot holes, man.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
so many.
Yeah. All right, Madison.
Called on me while it was moving. I watched The Walking Dead, naturally. I also watched that horror movie with you.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh, you don't want me to say it?
I'll get it. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay.
She watched a movie with her dad.
I watched a movie with my dad because I love my dad.
Is that it?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I also watched the newest episode of Hell of a Boss, which was really good. Like, one of the best episodes so far, because they brought in Fizz. I know
What
you
is
guys
it?
don't. Hell of a
Hell
Boss.
of a Boss. It's a cartoon.
Oh.
But it's like extremely vulgar.
Oh, okay.
I love
Yeah.
it so much about
It's
horny
about
little
like
demons.
little demons and shit.
That's great.
And they collect
It's
souls
awesome.
and all kinds of stuff. It's
What?
or what is their job?
Their job, they kill people. Like, the people die, and then they come to them to go and kill people that are still alive that they want revenge on. Because other people can't travel because they're not, like, real demons. But they were, like, born demons. So they can, like, travel between universes
Oh.
because of Stolas, the owl that he's having certain affairs with.
Pretty funny show, actually.
Yeah.
I've watched
Sounds very
I've watched some of it
entertaining.
with her. It's pretty funny.
It
actually.
sounds entertaining.
It
yeah,
is.
okay.
I love it so much. It's like sometimes it can be like really dumb, but like in a hilarious way, and I love it so much. The newest episode just came out though, and they got kidnapped.
Did you ever watch
Fitzgerald
Invader
is
Zim?
So funny.
It's a lot like that, only more for it's very much for adults. Actually, one of the guys is even voiced by the same guy who voiced Zim.
Oh, okay.
So
Which one?
I don't know his name.
Oh,
Like the main character, I believe it is.
that guy's gay.
Either him or one of the other dude, the guy who's got the
Moxie.
Yeah, I don't know. One of them's voiced by the same guy that does.
There's
Zim.
Moxie, and then there's I don't know his name because
Cool.
people are always like boss, or he's constantly talking about other people. He doesn't ever say his own name.
Yeah. Anyway, is that it?
I've also been reading, but it's not a reading podcast. That's mainly what I've been doing though. I finished that whole book in 5 days.
I play a lot of video games. You never hear me talking about my video games. 'Cause
No, but did I tell you that? You were just talking about your video games earlier. Did I tell you that?
What?
I finished that book in 5 days.
You guys do a lot of reading. Her and Crystal have been on this kick. I fall asleep. I can't read.
Yeah, I'm not a reader.
I'll
That's
fall
why I watch
asleep.
movies.
I just
Yeah.
started.
I like
the
to
second
read it
one.
I'm like if I don't
Just
fall
find
asleep
time.
during a movie, let alone reading a book. You know.
No shit. Especially
So.
like night. Like
Oh,
somebody's
for
like,
sure.
Like a family. Like, hey, let's
I
watch a
I try to
movie.
read. I'm like,
10
I'm just
minutes,
like, and I'll find myself dozing off. I'm like, oh yeah, I was reading. You know, one of those things. I get so like it's not that it's boring. It's just I don't know. I get tired.
I love to read. I just can't. Every time I sit down to read something, like my phone will ring, kids need something, and
Around
I'm
here,
like,
we make it-
okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
What?
around here we make it a
What?
point to
What?
say go the fuck away. So yeah. All right, Eric, what'd you watch?
I watched Meg 2.
Didn't like it.
No, I really didn't care for that one.
He's a dinosaur hater.
It's not that. It's just they brought more shit in that.
I know. That was what was great
That's
about
the
it.
best thing.
Yeah. They
Fucking-
they introduced more nonsense and it was fucking great.
Kraken.
Like at first I was like, it wasn't a
Yes,
kraken.
what are you?
It was not a kraken. It was a fucking
It's
octopus.
a fucking Kraken.
It was
okay?
not a kraken.
That's
It wasn't.
what
You
I
guys are
said.
giving away
Damn
way too much. I
octopus.
haven't seen this yet.
Yeah.
Damn octopus arms like the
It
size
was
of
big,
ships.
yeah.
Dude, Karen's
That's
about
the
to
Kraken.
freak
See,
out.
See, Karen, I
She
told
looks
you
like
it's
she's about to
worth
poke
watching,
your
dude.
eyeballs out.
It's entertaining. Just for it's beyond. It's ridiculous, and that's
But
what's great
I
about
love
it.
ridiculous.
I did like how they made the black guy an action hero though.
Yeah, with his
that was
50
pretty-
cal
that was
pistol.
Pretty, pretty
Yeah.
entertaining.
That was another thing about the Purge, the first Purge movie. Dude, there's a guy in there that like turns into diehard Bruce Willis. And
Is he crawling through?
no, seriously,
shafts?
like, okay, so like I'm just without giving too much away, but like something happens and like these dudes die or whatever, and he goes over and he takes off his jacket and he puts it over this dead body, right? And I'm like, okay, well, that kind of sucks or whatever. And then he goes over and he sees a guy that's still kind of like alive, and he takes off his shirt and he puts that on him. And he's got like a wife beater on underneath, right? And then like he gets up and it looked like he was getting ready to take off his pants. And I'm like, so to everybody, he just takes off a piece of clothing? Like, what the hell's going on? And then I was like, and then when he goes towards the tower, which is where everything's going down. I'm like, so he's wearing a white wife beater going towards the tower. And then, like, as he's going through and he's doing, like, all this action-y stuff, and I'm like, okay, yep. All right. I mean, it was
John
a
McClane call
little
out.
fucking on par, but he was bad fucking ass. I mean, like, John McClane's badass, but you're talking it was like John McClane plus John Wick all at once. It was amazing.
Who
anyway,
was this guy?
I don't know who he was. I've never seen him before, I don't think, but he was amazing. I'm telling you, for no other reason, watch it for the action at the end of the movie. Like, it's balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Put your
Anyway.
balls on the wall, man.
Well, don't literally either. It's
Or you
kinda,
could.
kind of cold.
It's your wall. Do whatever
It
you
is
want. And
true.
your balls.
Anyway, sorry.
Die Hard.
What?
Oh, the one with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart, where he tries to become an action hero. Like,
Oh, I never
Yes,
even.
Who's
Who's
I've never,
in that? Who's
John
in?
Travolta.
John
was
Travolta, yeah.
the
I've never
guy
even
that
heard
was
of this.
It's
train him.
it didn't.
Never
I don't think it got a lot of
Didn't do
buzz.
too well.
Oh, I never even heard of
You
it.
like
mean,
it?
it was.
I didn't. I never watched it, so
I'm talking to Eric.
I know.
No, I didn't care for it too much. I did and didn't. I mean, it was kind of funny.
Had moments, but not worth
Ye-
watching again or whatever.
Yeah, I probably won't watch it again.
Kevin Hart's dying down quite a bit. Like
Yeah.
he's not in demand like he used to be, and I'm okay with that because he was getting a little over the top. So he had his main 15 minutes.
Jonah Hex. I watched that.
It's not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah, it's basically
Anything with Megan Fox and it's like gets a negative for me.
it does,
So
especially.
I don't like her.
yeah, that's
The only thing that
yeah.
I liked with her in it was Jennifer's Body. I like that.
I like that. And I will say she was good in Till Death. If you've
I
ever
think I've
seen
that
that,
one.
it's a recent one, but it got it was one of those movies that wasn't supposed to be as big as it was,
Oh,
and it came out and people were like, actually a really good movie. And I watched, I was like, oh yeah, actually it is a pretty good movie.
maybe I'll add it to my list.
She's the main person in that movie, but yeah, she was good in it. So
I like Jennifer's Body, but that's the only one I can think of that I really
Jennifer's
like.
Body, yeah, because she acts just like you would expect her to act.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah. So
Basically, Jonah Hex was just basically a guy that was like in between death and living and could talk to dead people.
it's a comic
dead
book
people.
western.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like that one movie.
It's actually a DC property.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, I know. Need to get you to the dentist.
I
Anyway, is that all you watched?
Then I watched the Tomorrow War with
With Chris Pratt. That's a good one,
Yeah,
actually.
that was actually pretty good.
I heard they were going to do a sequel, but I don't know.
I don't know if they will. I mean, if they do, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
But
I liked it.
I like the movie.
I liked it.
That was it. That's all I watched.
Okay. I finally finished season 11 of Supernatural.
Odd Thomas. That's what that sounds like.
Oh, Odd Thomas.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's
It's
called.
nothing like that.
That's just what,
No.
based on what you guys were saying.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what it
nothing like
sounds
that. Yeah.
Nothing like that.
It's got. I watched the final season or the 11th season of Supernatural. Finally through that.
You wish it was the final season.
I know. I really do.
To be done with it if you're
I
just not into
can't,
it.
man. I've come this far. I can't
He's a
stop now.
completionist. He has to.
I've
finish
got
it.
4 seasons to go. 4 seasons to go. I'm just gonna power through them. And then I watched. I've been watching more of It's Always Sunny. We watched some of that. What episodes did we just watch here lately? What episode?
The Friendsgiving thing.
The Friendsgiving one, which was dumb. I didn't care for that one.
I don't
The
remember that
Thanksgiving
very
one. What was the one we watched before that though? That was really good. There was a good episode.
Was I there for it?
Oh, it was the one where they all thought they were sick. So
well.
they
Oh, yeah, they were in
quarantined in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they're not sick. They were just deprived of alcohol because they were like, "Wow, we're actually alcoholics." And
Yep.
they're like, it's pretty
Yep.
funny. So and then they go in and Frank's in there on the floor, just covered in
Cold.
hand sanitizer. It's like, I want to be pure. And it's fucking weird. Frank is so weird. And then I watched. Okay, we watched that movie. It was called No One Will Save You.
Oh.
The one it's on Hulu.
Yeah. We were gonna watch it. We never got around to it. Yes, no, maybe.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good. There's no dialogue in the movie.
Mm-mm.
There is no speaking
There's
in the movie.
probably 4 words.
Yeah,
throughout the whole movie.
5 actually, and 4 of those words are the same words.
No one will save you.
No,
That's 5 words.
no. She says, "I am sorry, someone," and then she says, "I am sorry again," or "I'm sorry again." So, and that's the only words
Her
spoken in
name
the
was
entire
Maud.
movie. Well, the girl she was saying sorry to, yeah.
I'd
Her name was
honestly-
Brine or Brin or something like that.
Fucking awful.
No,
Yes.
I mean, like, what was it? Just like the fucking other movie. Did you fall asleep with that one?
Which one?
The one
Hey,
with-
I will say,
The guy
for
from
there
The
being no
Office.
dialogue, I didn't fall asleep.
Oh, I never watched
No,
that.
it was an
Oh, that's
entertaining
really
ass
good.
movie. It had some good, a few good action parts in it, and it had. I
Why
mean,
can't I think
it was
today?
really
I think I know what
interesting.
you're talking about.
And the girl in the movie was like, she was in Last Man Standing as the youngest daughter. She was also in that miniseries about the girls who were about the guy who snuck into their rooms in the middle of the night and raped them.
Mm.
And she was like one of the main victims. But she's a really good actress. So like seeing her in this was like, I was really happy about that because
Quiet Place.
I think she's going to be a great. She's someone to look out for in the future, I believe, because she's one of those types of actresses, in my opinion.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of her. I loved her in Last Man Standing. But I don't know. I would definitely suggest watching it. I would watch it. Just be prepared for no dialogue. There's no dialogue because it's
I
mostly
don't care about
everything
that.
is just her.
Yeah, I don't care.
So it's her through everything.
I don't care about no dialogue.
And whenever you think somebody's about to speak, they don't speak. They're gonna, they do something to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
If you can drive a plot without dialogue, I think that's worth watching.
for sure. And
Yeah.
there's a couple of parts where I'm like, so what exactly does this mean? And what is it like? And it's something that I feel like only dialogue could explain. Whereas there's no dialogue. So I'm like, eh. So I'm kind of left with it. Like even the ending was like, well, okay, what? You know what I mean? So one of those things.
Okay.
But I think it's something that maybe I just missed it. So
like maybe on a second watch, you might catch
maybe
it
on a
or
second
something.
watch I'll understand it a little bit better. But it's a good movie. Like it's definitely worth watching. She does a great job. She's awesome in it. So
I've only heard good things.
Yeah.
honestly.
yeah, it's
so.
good.
Okay.
But anyway, that's all I watched. 41 minutes in.
We're good. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. It's fine.
We're right on track. What are you talking about?
Sure.
It's
yeah.
good.
Let's talk about the movie.
Anyway, this week we watched Train to Busan. Do you have a plot synopsis?
I do. While a zombie virus breaks out in South Korea, passengers struggle to survive on the train from Seoul to Busan. And I'm not going to bother with trying to read anybody's names. They're Korean people. And
don't butcher it.
they did, they acted in it. And they directed it. And they wrote it.
All right, well, what'd you guys watch? What'd you recommend? Eric?
Oh yeah, I'll watch it and recommend it to anybody.
Okay. Karen?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Same here. Yes and yes. It's a great movie. It's definitely rewatchable.
Yeah.
100%. This is my second time watching it, and I liked it just as much as the first time. So
It's a first time watch for me.
Yeah, first time.
it's got a very
time.
sad ending, but
What are you talking about? I thought it was hilarious. No, I'm just
very
kidding.
uplifting. I was laughing through the whole
Hilarious.
thing.
No,
I was hoping they
Hilarious.
opened fire.
Alrighty, so we are going to
Terrible.
spoil the shit out of this movie. So if you haven't seen it, then you can watch it on Amazon. So I tried to watch it on Amazon, but it was only subbed. I need dubs. You know what I mean? I need them dubs. So
read
I
it.
did a free trial for something called
Jeremy-
Don't do the
Ye-
dubs. Don't do the dubs.
Uh-huh.
Jeremiah said that he's not gonna like this because it's got subtitles.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I hate subtitles.
He
I don't want
called
to read
it-
my movie. I don't want to read my movie.
He called it. He's like, he's not gonna like this because he's gonna have to read.
I've seen it before and I've watched it with
Yeah.
dubs. I'm like, I know this is a dub movie. I had to get on some other app
Hiya.
called Hiya.
Hiya.
Yeah, it's like just a fucking app full of like Korean and like Asian movies. I guess I don't know, man. It's called Hiya.
Now I'm just imagining a Korean guy. Hiya.
Hiya. There was no martial arts in this movie, but it was on an app called
I'm seeing
Hiya.
one of those robots. No, daddy.
Oh, daddy. Oh,
But-
daddy.
I'm probably gonna cancel that subscription. I can't imagine. It's only like $4 a month. And I'm like, I can't imagine I'm gonna be using it anytime soon. Anyway, so we're gonna spoil the shit out of this
fuck.
movie. So, if you want to watch it, go watch it on Amazon. If you're down with the subs, if you're down with the dubs, though, look for Hiya.
We're thinking of a scene from Loverboy.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into this shit. The film begins with an emergency team spraying down a delivery van as it leaves a chemical leak near a biotech plant in South Korea. The van pulls away and the driver becomes distracted and strikes a deer, presumably killing it. The driver looks back at the deer, but then pulls away, leaving the crushed body in the road. As he pulls away, the deer begins to rise from the road with cloudy, dead eyes. The deer then begins to
Eric
walk
told you
away
about zombie
seemingly
deer
unharmed.
a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
He told you it's a thing.
It's happening.
Zombie deer?
Zombie
Yeah.
deer.
Oh, yeah, that's
See?
right. Yeah.
See?
Zombie deer. It's happening
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Korea anyway.
Yep. It's a
It's
thing.
happening here. Watch out
Well,
for that zombie deer. Man.
zombie deer.
Moved over. Why
Next,
do Asians always sound angry? Like that dude sounded so angry.
they do. They're always yelling.
Yeah.
They're always like
Yeah, like they could be happy and like it. It sounds like they're angry.
I'm so happy to see you.
I asked Jeremiah that, and he said that there was an episode of iCarly where they asked the
Dang.
same question.
It's Kylie.
Tell her to get a life.
Where
She never messaged me.
You should answer the "Leave me alone, asshole."
why are you so obsessed with me? But he got like some lamp that would only turn on when you said like on, but like he bought it and it would only respond to like Japanese. So you had to say it in Japanese and it would only respond when he said it angrily. So he had to say like on in Japanese, but he had to be like, you know, like really angry, and then that would turn on.
Next, fund manager Seok Woo, Gong Yu. Oh, that's the name of the actor. Seok Woo. Seok. I'm just gonna call him Seok.
Call him CC.
Seo. All right. Works to deal with a my God. See, now I'm all tongue tied. Works to deal with a catastrophe at work. Seok Woo is a cynical workaholic whose selfishness has cost him his marriage and the respect of his daughter, Suwon. See, I can say that one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The next day is Suwon's birthday, and Seok, I'm just going to call him Seok. And Seok's only daughter has asked her father to let her travel by train to see her mother in Busan.
Say it like Sook.
Sook?
He's nuts.
I was gonna say this is gonna be a disaster if he says it like
We
that
are not
every
making
time.
fun of Koreans.
Say his
Just
name.
this
Say
guy's name.
Sook, then
Sook? These balls.
no,
Or these nuts.
what's his name?
Sook Woo.
Sukwo.
Sook Woo. Sook Woo.
This is not-
We're getting canceled.
No, we're just not gonna make it through because every time you say it, you're gonna bust out laughing.
Fuck you.
We're never gonna make it.
Sook you.
See?
Sook informs his daughter that she is too young to travel alone.
Yeah, Soo-yun.
And he is too busy with work to take her. He tries to buy her affection with a gift of a Wii game system, something that she points out that Sook has already purchased for her. Feeling guilty, Sook watches a video recording by Seok-woo's mother of Suwon
Soo-yun.
suffering stage fright while she sings Aloha Oi, right?
Yep.
At a recital that Seok-woo was too busy to attend. Seok-woo decides to take his daughter to see her mother the next day. God damn, that's only the first 2 paragraphs. The next day, Seok-woo and Suwon board a KTX 101 bullet train from the Seoul station to Busan. Other passengers on the train include a no-nonsense working man, Yoon Sang-hwa, and his pregnant wife,
He was
Seong.
the best.
It was.
See- Huh?
The
Oh,
guy
yeah,
with
yeah.
pregnant-
Yeah,
he
that dude
the
was awesome.
best.
That dude
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome. He was my favorite character.
For sure.
Pisses.
He was like
Um,
Asian Jim Belushi, I thought.
Right. and his pregnant wife, Seong Kyung. Seong Kyung. See, I can pronounce their names pretty well. A selfish businessman, Yun Suk.
Fucker.
A train attendant, Ki Chol. Elderly sisters, In Gil and Jong Gil. A high school baseball player, Min Yong Guk. And cheerleader Kim Jin Hee. And a homeless man who has stowed away on the train. As the train begins to leave the station, a woman jumps onto... So this woman has a name. A woman jumps onto the train and collapses on the floor. At the same time, a commotion occurs at the station that some of the passengers catch sight of as the train pulls away. A train attendant attempts to assist the collapsed girl with the clouded white eyes, who suddenly rises up and begins biting the train attendant. Within seconds, the train attendant's eyes cloud over, and she joins the collapsed girl in attacking other passengers on the train. The passengers begin to barricade themselves in the front of the rear cars of the train as the zombies begin to multiply exponentially with each bite. The passengers learn that the zombies only attack if they can see or hear their prey. Whew. Reading's tough. Additionally, the passengers learn that the zombies cannot operate the sliding glass doors of the train, although they are capable of breaking through them. News reports broadcast throughout the train of the rapidly spreading epidemic across the entire country.
And, like, one of the doors opened. One of the zombies had to have opened the doors, like, the first time the door opened. Because they were all pressed up against it, and it opened.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie. So I was like, oh, so they can open the train doors, so what are they going to do? I remember thinking that.
The train doors originally were automatic, and then they switched it over to manual on that one door.
I did?
Yeah, because the doors are automatic when they walk towards them, and they would automatically open. So that's why when they were holding the doors shut, you see them reaching up to hit the switch on the top.
Oh, that red
turn it.
Oh, you're right.
that's what that
You're
was.
right.
Manual.
You're right.
Gotcha.
You're right. So that was why. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what my favorite line in this whole movie is when they're watching that that news broadcast, and the guy says, "To the best of our knowledge, your lives are not in danger."
When the government tells
Trust
you that,
your government.
Trust your government. To the best of our knowledge, you are
When
not
I heard that, I'd be like, "All right, everybody, grab a weapon."
have we not
Shit's
learned
going
anything?
down. Seok-woo and his daughter.
What is it that Reagan said when the government? The most scary words in the English language is "I'm from the government and I'm here to help you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll hear it.
Seok-woo and his daughter hide in the back of the train with Sang-hwa and Seong-kyung. He finds out from his co-workers over the phone that the infection may have spread from a biotech plant connected with the business. Seok-woo continually attempts to secure safe travel for himself and Suwon, and he continually lectures his daughter about watching out for themselves and not worrying about others. Whew. I'm gonna be tired after this.
You can take a nap.
I'm gonna take a nap.
His brain's
You guys rate this.
now.
I'm gonna take a snoozer.
Starting to see smoke.
My brain hurts.
There's smoke coming out of your ears.
The train stops at Daejeon Station, which the train captain believes is secured by the South Korean army. The passengers find the station vacant and begin to move towards the entrance. At the entrance, they find the soldiers have become zombies who quickly charge after the group. Many of the passengers are attacked and killed as they race back to the train. Most of the surviving passengers safely board the front cars, including Jong-gil, Young-suk, Ki Chol, and Jim Hee. The homeless man In-gil, Suwon, and Seong-kyung all board the train in the most densely packed portion of the infected areas and are forced to hide themselves in a restroom. Meanwhile, Seok-woo, Songhwa, and Yongguk all reboard in the zombie-free back of the train. The train captain drives the train out of the station and proceeds to Busan, which he is informed is a quarantine zone. When Seok-woo and Songhwa learn that their loved ones are trapped in the middle train cars, they prepare themselves to battle the zombies and free them. Yongguk decides to help them with his baseball bat. They slowly but progressively work their way through or forward car by car along the way.
I like how they had to like remove clothing. Like the one guy's like rolling up his sleeves,
yeah,
and the other guy's taking off his jacket. Like,
yeah.
wouldn't you want as much?
That's what I was thinking. Whenever the big guy was
like,
taking off his jacket, I'm like,
putting on the tape and stuff, which I get, but
yeah.
like, wouldn't you want to keep your
Right.
clothing on underneath?
I mean,
Like,
I get it's probably a little
much...
restricting, but
Yeah.
I'd rather be restricting than get bit.
Yeah, you would want as much like.
Yeah, he
layers
took off his
between
jacket.
you
I'm like,
and
dude,
them.
that jacket looks kind of thick. I think I'd leave that on.
Yeah, you'd want as much layers as possible
Yeah.
between you and them, I would think.
Right.
And then I loved how the other guys had weapons, but nah, like the other dude's just
he's just punching everybody in the face.
The way through.
I don't know about you, but I'd be afraid of like catching one in the tooth.
I
and
know,
like,
right?
Like, oh
Right.
shit, you know what I mean?
Right. But he was just bar brawling his way through.
He
the
was
other
too.
guys,
He's just punching shit.
Oh,
The other
fuck
two
yeah,
had
he
baseball
was.
bats. Like, dude, no.
Like he's badass.
Like at
though.
least like knuckle it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cover your knuckles.
Like
or
I mean,
something.
I get like I would be scared to death of it, but it was kind of badass to watch. You're like, damn.
Yeah, he's like picking him up and throwing him around and shit.
Right,
Like
he had one hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. The very first one he hits, he's like, poof, poof. You're like. Like, aren't you tired?
Yeah.
I'd be tired after 3.
He was handling some
Oh,
shit.
no.
Yeah, he was handling shit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was pretty badass. Where'd it go?
Sorry.
Okay, so eventually they free their loved ones from the bathroom. They continue towards the front of the train where most of the passengers are located. Yeon-suk convinces the front train passengers that all other persons on the train may be infected, so they seal off the doors so that Seok-woo's group cannot get safely to them. Seok-woo's group finds themselves trapped between the front passenger car and the approaching zombie horde. Songhwa sacrifices himself to give Seok-woo time to get the others to safety. Additionally, In-gil sacrifices herself to allow Seok-woo's group time to lock the sliding glass portion door. Jong-gil watches helplessly as her sister is killed. Yeon-suk and Ki Chol force Seok-woo's group to isolate away from the front car passengers in a small forward compartment.
That's not what that looked like, though. That just looked like she was sitting there. Like, she didn't look like she was helping at all or trying to do anything.
So
like if
she gave a little nod that would indicate that she was trying to do something, but I didn't understand why she did it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was
She
like,
just,
I was like,
stopped.
you have plenty of time to get through the door and just shut the door.
Yeah.
It took longer.
The
for
two
her to
sisters
die.
made no sense to me in this whole instance because
that was kind
she
of
does that,
annoying.
and then the other sister's so like, oh fuck it, you know what I mean? Like she just opens the door and lets the horde.
To me,
in.
the other sister was a hero.
I
one
don't
that
think
let 'em
either
in.
of them were heroes.
No, the one that let him in.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
maybe
Fuck
if you
that
want to
group.
put it
Yeah,
that
fuck
way.
those guys.
Yeah, but the only one that like deserved to die didn't
Liv,
die.
yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. I agree with that, but no, the other ones deserved to die too because they wouldn't stand up to the fucker.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that wanted to be a dick, and that's a classic case of you've got a group and one guy being an asshole,
Yeah.
and the group's like, oh, we're all gonna cower
The
to the
Mist.
one guy.
The
Because
Mist.
you could tell the rest of them were like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah, it reminded me of The Mist in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
With-
yeah, kind of. And I mean, I know that that's a trope, and I also know that it happens in real life.
It's more
But-
the fact that everybody was incited to fear
I understand that.
because they were afraid of what could happen.
I understand that, but like, you knew if somebody was infected, like it happens quick. So if they come in and their eyes are fine, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, nah.
That, and if they're not twitching or freaking out,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, like it happens quick. So like,
Kick them the fuck out.
yeah. I'm sorry. The other sister, she was a hero. If they wouldn't stand up to that fucker,
yeah.
and the best part about it is they locked up the other door. You know, the same way that they tried to.
That.
Is hardcore.
Yeah, they went up to the other door and they locked it the same way that they did the other one.
Uh-huh.
You know, and they locked themselves in
Mhm.
by essentially trying to be assholes. They fucked themselves.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't care.
I got one for that too.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Go!
That was them in that car.
Surrounded by assholes.
Surrounded by assholes.
Yep.
A devastated John Gill opens the door to the zombie horde who swarm the front car and kill all the
Assholes.
assholes on the front passengers except Young Suk and Ki Chol, the two main assholes,
Yeah.
who hide in a bathroom.
They're
Well,
probably-
you've got
you know how many
main
people-
asshole, and then you've got cowering
the
idiot
leader.
number one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
how many people they probably threw in the way too, just to get
Oh,
to
for
that
sure.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seok Woo's group sit behind a locked partition, helpless to provide
Locked
aid.
Porsche. Well, unlock it. Sorry.
Partition? No, it's not unlocked. Like they have it locked up to where they can't get through it.
Yeah, remember he's talking about the
Yeah.
part that
Helpless to provide,
locked. You
helpless to
said
provide
before, so I
aid
was
to the
making it
selfish
joke.
front car passengers. They wouldn't have helped them
wouldn't help
anyway.
them.
I wouldn't have helped.
They stood there. They're like,
Sorry.
sorry, not sorry.
I might have giggled a little.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I wish I could help you.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're dead.
Eventually, the train is
I actually
forced.
wrote like Karma Strikes Fast in this movie, and then like an arrow pointed down. Never mind, the ass hat hid in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually, the train is
They got
forced
more
to
people
stop
killed.
at the East Daegu train station when the track is blocked by debris.
You know, I thought about this too. Like, did no one ever really stop to consider the fact that maybe you don't want to stop in a city, like while you can control it before you get stopped by something?
That's what
maybe
I was
you
thinking.
want to
Like,
stop
why
in
would
the
you want to
country.
go? I know they're looking for help, and it's most likely that the military's going to be
Yeah.
there. But
And I know
would,
it's
I would
early
probably
on, so
start.
that-
I would stop in the middle of nowhere and roughneck it, dude.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
know
gonna
that-
stay out here for a while because it could be a 28 days later kind of situation
Yeah.
where they could just die off in a month.
Yeah, and like, you know, I know that like it's early on, so you know that help is available. But like, I don't think like you want to have control of the situation, and that means stopping while you can.
Yeah.
Not, you know, instead of getting in the situation where the track was blocked, they had nowhere to go. Like, I would have stopped in the countryside while I had control of the situation. That's
Right.
just me, though. I mean, that's, I don't know.
The train captain disembarks from the train and starts up another train engine on a separate track.
Take the back
The
road.
survivors also work their way toward the
Yeah.
new train engine.
You can make your way to them.
Yan Suk pushes Ki Chol towards the zombies to facilitate his escape from the train.
Asshat.
Yeah, no shit. Yan Suk also sacrifices Jin Hee to escape the zombies
let all
after
the
Jin
zombies
Hee
I
is
felt
bitten.
so bad for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he let
Uh,
all the zombies out. He did so much damage just to save his own ass.
Yeah.
Dude, all he had to do was turn around and close the door. He didn't have to shove her in the way.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the whole zombie horde would have still come after them because it wasn't him that caused that. It was the runaway train that caused it. It
No,
knocked
he
that
left
other-
the door open.
When he
I
ran
know
out of
that,
the train,
but that other train come through and knocked that other train over
Yeah, but
and
I'm
caused
saying,
them other zombies to escape.
yeah,
from that train.
I'm saying like he could have he could have not let them out.
Right.
That one horde.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, eventually there's going to be zombies. You know, that's just the nature of the beast. But
He's
he
what
is
you
such
would
a
call
selfish prick.
Yeah, he's someone that would be he wouldn't be able to make it in a world like that.
You know what he's
Well,
That's why he died.
as long as there was other people around
to sacrifice in
to
his own way.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
You remember the guy in the Dawn of the Dead remake that was supposed to be the asshole? He was in the Modern Family show. Like, I didn't think...
No, he was an asshole.
I didn't think so. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. So, yeah, he was an asshole from the selfish perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he was right. The nurse and everybody kept trying to save everybody that got bit. And he was the one going, they're infected. Get him out of here.
Right.
He was right. So, and everybody thought he was an asshole for it. The only time he was an asshole is when he would do what this guy was trying to do, like put other people in front of him.
Like at the end?
Yeah, that was when he was an asshole.
Yeah.
And that was when he deserved to be
killed.
You know, what? But
and
like,
when he was killed.
All through the movie, in the beginning, when everybody hated him, he was telling the truth.
Right.
And that's what this guy is supposed to be. He's supposed to be like that archetype asshole, except he was from the very beginning to the very end.
He didn't know they were not infected. He
Correct.
just basically said, no, they're not with us. Get them out of here.
Right.
And he only said that the dad was infected because the dad punched him.
Right.
He was accusing him.
Yeah. He knew what he was. He saw him for what he was, and that he couldn't have that.
Right. After Jin-hee is bitten, Seong-gook stays with her until she turns and bites the devastated baseball player. Seok-woo leads a second group, but their way is blocked by another train filled with zombies. However, an out-of-control train causes a derailment, trapping Seok-woo, Suwon, Seong-kyung, and the homeless man under a train car.
She doesn't even have a name. It's just the homeless man.
Yeah, they don't even give him a name. Well, he doesn't really say much. Seok-woo finds a way out under the train while the homeless man sacrifices himself so the other three can get away. At the same time, Yeon-suk is nearly overtaken by the zombies, and the train captain goes to help him. The captain is overwhelmed and bitten. Seok-woo's group barely makes it to the train after releasing the train from a horde of zombies holding it back. Seok-woo is forced to fight a zombified Yeon-suk.
Should have killed him while he had the chance.
Yeah, right. Shit, several times. Seok-woo is bitten during the fight, but he manages to throw Yeon-suk from the train. Knowing he will turn into a zombie, Seok-woo quickly teaches Seong-kyung how to operate the train.
How does he?
Well, he doesn't. He says, "I'm assuming this is the brake," because it says brake, and he's like, "Just pull it this way, the train will stop." That's all she needs to know, really.
Mm-hmm.
Seok-woo works his way, and then says his final goodbye and to devastated Suwon. Seok-woo works his way to the back of the train, and he flashes back to the memories of his time with his daughter before throwing himself off the train just as he transforms. Seong-kyung and Suwon make it to a tunnel outside of Busan, before the track is blocked again by debris. The pair begin to walk through the tunnel towards the safety of Busan. On the other side of the tunnel, military snipers prepare to fire on them until they hear Suwon singing the song that she could not sing before. Realizing that Seong-kyung and Suwon are survivors, troops rush into the tunnel to make sure they make it to the safety of Busan.
I thought they were really about to kill that pregnant lady for a second. It scared me. I was like, "Oh, we're ending it like
so
that."
I was thinking like if it was like The Mist, if it had that ending of The Mist,
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck this movie."
Yeah.
Like I mean, I like the ending of The Mist,
The movie,
but in this movie,
so the thing about the whole tunnel thing is like they're walking down the tunnel, like so they put up a barricade on the tracks so that they can watch anybody coming down the tunnel. What would they do if it was just like a runaway train? Like, did they not think about like, well, there could
at
be
the end they had that
the
metal like stop thing.
They did?
Yeah, that's why they had to. They stopped. That's why they stopped. The train
that's why the
and started
snipers
walking.
were above it, on that bridge, and they had that thing blocking the bridge, like under the tunnel. Like under the bridge, there was like a tunnel. And they had
here's
that
another
metal
thing. If they were sitting there and wanted the bridge to be the thing where they could view people, wouldn't they put some lights up in there so they can actually see?
You think, yeah.
That might
No,
attract them.
because the zombies can't see in the dark,
Oh, yeah. Good point.
so they don't want the zombies to be able to see them.
Yeah,
So they want them to be blind while they can see.
that's true.
That I assume that's why.
I
they
mean,
have
yeah,
lights.
that's why I didn't think about that.
So like nighttime zombies are defenseless.
See,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
these zombies have a weakness, and I've never
Yeah.
seen that before.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so original.
It was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I thought it was a little bit too much of a weakness. Because in any other case,
Zombies are strong.
zombies are strong in the
but the
like,
thing is that it's not necessarily all the way a weakness because they can still hear you.
that's true.
You know, so I mean, it's kind of like, you know, in any other zombie movie, they're like Superman, right? Like the only weakness they have is that they decay.
Right.
Well, that takes time that you don't necessarily have, right? Because they're biting faster than they're going to decay.
Mm-hmm.
So zombies and zombie movies, technically they work like Superman. Like, how do you defeat them? How do you stop this? Well, the world just goes into, you know, nuclear mode before anything can happen. But in this, it actually shows like we've got a fighting chance here. Like at night, just mow the fuckers down.
No
Mhm.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like I guess I liked it because it does show that they have a weakness, and you've never seen that before in a zombie movie. I really like that. It's not a complete weakness because they can still hear you, you know, that you can still get caught, you can still, you know, whatever. But like it shows a weakness.
Right. Do you guys know that there's a sequel to this movie, right?
Yeah, there's two actually. There's an animated one and there's
Oh,
the
I knew of. I just
Peninsula.
know of the Peninsula, the live action
The
one.
animated one I believe is a prequel.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's probably like how it all started or whatever.
something like that. I didn't
So the
do a
sequel,
lot of
I've
research.
never seen the sequel. I don't know how good it is or anything. So
Yeah. Are we adding those to the box? I was going to ask that.
no, I'm not worried about them. No, I just wanted to do the first one. But
I'd like a little less emotion in my zombie movies from now on, please.
Yeah.
the ending
No,
was
I
very
didn't.
sad.
But I like at the end, I was like,
Yeah, the girl made it very, very sad.
yeah.
She did.
Like when she was like, "Don't go," I was like, huh.
Right.
Like, no, Daddy, don't go.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
"It's just a movie."
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Yeah, it's not
I don't know.
real.
I think that
Makes me think of Penny when she tells me not to go.
Oh, God. I was like, this is just awful. And then if they were going to end it like The Mist, I was going to be pissed. I was like, this is not happening.
Well, at least she'd be with her dad.
Ah,
What are you doing?
you don't smell it.
Smell what?
dude, something's over there with you because, like, none of us smell it. None of us are
My
having.
sinuses are fucked, so I can't smell shit. So
This is 2 weeks in a row.
It's like random too. It's so weird. I don't know. Who cares?
So we put the stink bombs
It'll
under your
last
chair like you roll
2
over
seconds,
it.
and it's like, what the fuck was that? It's like a whiff of something. Nothing.
It says-
Nobody.
out of nowhere,
No.
just like fuck.
And I thought it was kind of surreal to see them
Give me
using
dick.
cell phones. Like, I know it just started,
Yeah,
but like, it's so weird to see people using cell phones.
because in all the
zombie
movies,
movie.
it's like
Yeah, but it makes sense because you're like, okay, well, the towers haven't gone down.
Yeah, no, I
yet.
know it just started, but it's just surreal.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just not used to
The
seeing
first
it, I
couple of
guess.
hours of a zombie outbreak, your phones are still going to work.
Yeah, everything's
you know?
still going to be kind of live. and
I would
going,
assume
but
that things would still be live for a long period of time until things are
a lot
shut
of things
off.
are automated.
Yeah, a lot of things are automated. Like, why would they be shut off? Like,
Yeah, I don't know enough about those kind of
Yeah,
things
I don't
to say,
either, I
like,
guess,
you know,
but-
whether it would or wouldn't. But it was just surreal to me. Every time somebody would pick up a phone or, like, use a phone, I'm like, how are
somebody, you guys
doing
got Siri? Say, how long into a zombie outbreak would we actually lose power? I mean, I'm curious.
Google
Like,
that shit.
How long would it take?
How long would it take for the cell phone towers to go down?
how
Cell
long
phone
would it
tower-
take in a zombie outbreak for the cell phone towers to go down? On Reddit, it says cell phone towers have batteries that can handle about 72 hours, more or less.
Okay, so 3 days. That makes sense.
So about three days of power,
Sure.
or whatever.
But like I said, I get why, and it was fine that they were. I
Wait,
wasn't
of
like
batteries?
If they don't have
Yeah, like,
power
so-
to
well,
it.
it
Okay,
might
but
take
how long?
longer.
Yeah, even longer.
Yeah,
because how long is
if
power going to
if
be
people
on?
are still manning them, or even if they've like left their post, there's going to be somewhat of an automation, I would imagine. So 3 to 5.
I don't know. Ask Siri or ask your thingy how long before we lose power in a zombie outbreak?
How long before we lose power in a zombie outbreak?
Yeah, like fucking the government.
A week to 3 months.
A week to 3 months. So you can have cell phone service for up to 3 months
And 3 days.
and 3 days. See, that's what it would be. See, I always thought everything is automated. Everything is just automated until something faults out.
Yeah,
Or
depending
until
on the
there's, like,
pumps
you know,
ran out
like,
of fuel.
a lot
When
of
the
one,
pumps
a
ran
lot
out
of
fuel.
stuff that they show in zombie movies too is like when there's an explosion because of some kind of like you know, fuel or
Yeah.
whatever. So those kind of things can happen too earlier than, you know, the mechanical failures or
Right.
whatever. But
Yeah, see, that would make sense, something like that. But like,
because there's going to be nobody there to man
yeah,
the things that, you know, keep it from blowing up.
yeah,
or
like
whatever,
okay,
you
grid
know?
3's down. Like, all right, we'll go start that back. Well, that guy's a zombie, so he can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Tim's gone.
Yeah.
And also depending on when this happens, because by that time we could be all going to solar power.
some people might already have solar power.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people that have
Yeah.
solar power. I got somebody I talked to that's related to my wife's family. Hell, he has solar panels all through his house. He spends like maybe $1 a month in electricity. Maybe.
I need to do that.
I need some solar
Man.
panels.
Oh
That's
shit.
what I should do.
Yeah.
I heard they're not cheap though.
No, they're not.
Well, they also have. There's ways.
But I'm
to-
sure they'd
to-
save you a lot of money and like.
Yeah, but it
Maybe.
I mean, like the amount that you spend
There
up
are
front.
government
Yeah.
fundings that you can get to purchase it.
But I heard solar. I don't want to get into it. All right.
Yeah, like- yeah,
That's-
like-
that's for another day.
Anyway, I just found it surreal, is all. Like, you know, because you're
Yeah.
used to seeing those kind of movies where the grid's already down, everybody can't use power.
Cell phone
you know.
service is down like an
Mhm.
hour into the outbreak. Like, hold on now.
Yeah.
I always wondered that too, because I'm like, okay, it's a zombie outbreak, yes.
Yeah.
But like, you're
How
not
long
gonna
would it
yeah,
actually
you're not
take?
going to lose your power within 24 hours of a zombie outbreak.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking like most of that shit's automated.
Well, most movies that you watch or most TV shows, most of the things that you get into, it's been going on for a while.
Unless
Right.
NASA's like crashing all their satellites.
Well, like I said, how much of it is automated? We don't know.
But
you
even
know what I mean?
like in The Walking Dead, the cell phones went down after like a day.
Well, not to mention, okay, so I get it. Somebody hits a telephone pole because they get attacked by a zombie there's a zombie in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, they took out that entire block.
Mm-hmm.
I get in certain areas, but like if I go downtown and it's perfectly fine, yeah, it might be infested with zombies, but it's perfectly fine. There should be power there. You know what I mean? Like there shouldn't be any problems unless like the actual grid is down.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess there are variables.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's not going to be down everywhere, especially cell phone towers.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found it surreal just because you're not used to seeing it. That's all.
Yeah,
I understood.
I
that
just
it
always
wasn't-
had that question. Also, in like a lot of zombie movies, you'll see them driving around in cars. The zombie outbreak happened like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, no,
Yeah, no. Gasoline doesn't work
Gasoline's
like that.
only good for like 6 months, man.
Yep, max.
Yeah,
max.
so-
Then it turns into sludge.
Yeah.
Not to mention, what about your oil?
How long
Yeah.
does
You know, like-
hair color dye last?
Doomsday. We had an entire conversation
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, that's not. Those weren't zombies, though.
No, we were just talking about in a situation.
Oh yeah. How do they get their hair?
I was
dyed?
the one bitching about the car.
Who's their piercer?
Yeah, I was the one bitching about the car thing, and then you were bitching about hair dye.
And I'm like, hold on a minute now. What about the fucking hair dye?
I was bitching about the car, and then you were like, "Yeah, what about the hair dye?" Like, what?
Highland cows.
I just don't. I don't like. Yeah. Yeah, that is so dumb. Like they want to eat people, but they have a whole ass load. We're not done. We're not doing it.
We're not.
I'm not going back into it.
That was me and Matt's argument. We're like, why are they eating people?
Why are they eating people? There's like there's a bunch of cattle right outside of town.
Like literally right there. Anyway.
They were all male.
Busan to Doomsday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Texas
man.
Longhorn.
We're going
these
back.
Post-apocalyptic movies have so many plot holes, though. Like it's
The
just,
Texas
it's so
Longhorns.
hard to write a tight fucking story for a post-apocalyptic movie of any kind because there's so many variables that go into it.
Yeah.
This is why people are like, "Oh, we'd never survive a pandemic." The fuck we won't, bitch. We got guns. We all got. This is America. We will survive. Trust me. It won't get past day 2. I promise you. You'll have people in the streets looking for people to kill. For real. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's true. This is America. We're gun happy motherfuckers. We'll be out there.
Not everybody will survive.
You look like a zombie. Dude, I'm cool. It's just Tom from down the street. Nope, zombie.
We wait for
zombie.
the day.
Yeah. Like, if you're high as fuck, stay home. Because you're going to get shot. People are going to confuse you for a zombie.
No, man.
No, man. No, you're a fucking zombie. Nah, man. I'm really hungry, though. Zombie. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Shoot him, zombie. Shoot him.
I want some Doritos.
Doritos. He said he wants brains.
Shit.
Oh, fuck. All right,
Look at his
so
eyes. He's infected.
he's infected. Look at those bloodshot eyes.
Did the other ones have it like that?
Doesn't matter.
I don't think
Shoot 'em.
so, but yeah, it don't matter.
Hey,
He's
Taking any
mumbling a lot. I
chances.
know that. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't even hesitate, talk to him or anything. They just shoot.
I think that there's always a continuity or a plot hole of some kind in every zombie movie. I don't care. Name any one of them. We can give you
What about this one?
this one. Plot holes.
What you got?
Well, let me think here for a second.
What about the mom?
Because this one is pretty tight.
This one's tight.
This one's pretty tight.
That's why I'm asking.
What about the mom?
So the mom, yes, but that's not a plot hole. That's just something they just kind of like, oh, well, who knows? So first
Documentary.
off, you're going to tell me that they were able to get from home to the or to the train station and everything without any issues, no hiccups. They hadn't heard anything about any outbreak.
They did, though.
There was the fire department and all that just driving out.
I know,
They almost
you're-
got
but
in a
I'm saying,
wreck.
like, you're telling me there's no emergency services, no emergency, like, there's nothing going on over their radio, over their cell phones, nothing.
They
Well,
didn't
no
wanna-
but
emergency
you're telling me
alerts.
that a government that says, to our knowledge, you're not in any danger is going to let anything leak
That's
that early?
another thing. An actual government would not do that.
Oh, yes, they
You
would.
think they would?
Oh, 100%.
I
Especially if
disagree.
it was
Maybe
their
in
fault.
Korea, but not here.
Especially if it was their fault.
Maybe.
If it was, the
It's not their
government's
fault. It's a
I'm just saying,
biotech
if-
thing. Shh. Quiet.
That's all I got to say.
She didn't say anything.
If they're going to manufacture one, you think they wouldn't hide one?
That's true, I guess. But anyway, I think that there are some things with this movie that can't be looked past, I guess. Like, I don't know. There are certain things like, I don't know. I guess the outbreak itself just didn't. It happened too fast, and whenever it did happen, it didn't seem like. I felt like people would have known about it a little faster, a little easier.
No, I don't think so, because like you see that in most movies like this, where if the main characters were paying attention like the audience was, because we know more than they do, right? But if you're going about your day just like you normally are, and you see
some cracked
you
out
see-
dude
you
just
see-
fucking-
yeah, you see, 3 or 4, fire trucks go by and there's a building on fire. You're like, oh shit, something's going down, and you just go about your day. But you see some weird shit, happening, kind of, you're like, oh, fucking
I don't know. I
crazy
guess
or
you're right.
whatever.
This one is pretty tight.
Yeah,
This movie is pretty tight.
yeah, but you see that in a lot of those movies where,
But it's easy to be as tight as it is because it's just mostly on a train.
Sure.
So it
sure.
doesn't really get too much, doesn't dive too much into the outside world.
Mhm.
One thing I will say though is that I didn't like how much this dude left his daughter behind.
Yeah.
No,
He would just like walk off and leave his daughter like
Yeah.
100 feet behind him. I'm
Yeah.
like, hold on a
That
fucking
was-
minute.
yeah,
Not a
especially
problem.
in that scenario.
Exactly,
Like,
in that
there'd be
sort of
no way I'd be
scenario.
leaving her
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let her walk to the bathroom by herself.
He didn't
No.
know right there.
Well, he didn't know then,
even,
but
even still, like
Yeah, that's
that
a
little
well. He
girl-
fell asleep, but
Oh,
but
yeah.
how do you fall asleep?
Uh,
I don't. Yeah, you're alone there with a girl that small on a train that big with that many
especially
people.
Nowadays, no,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
Yeah,
Nah.
I mean, I get why, but still, but yeah, I don't see that as necessarily like a plot hole, I guess, but because this drives the plot and it's something that could happen.
Mhm.
But yeah, I couldn't really find anything that I felt like was a plot hole in this movie.
I guess you're right. It is
I
pretty
couldn't.
tight.
I mean, and I agree with you. There's
It's
a
easy
lot.
for it to be a tight script because, like I said, it takes place on a train, not in the open world. It doesn't dive too much into the political part of it or anything like that. So yeah, it's easy to be a tightly written script, I guess. I'll give it its just dues. That's probably why it does so well, though, too, for that reason.
And like all the characters, it delves into their character.
It makes them seem like
Just enough.
real
Their
people.
lives.
Yeah,
You
it seems
kinda
like
see their
they do
lives.
feel like more
Real people.
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess maybe a couple of them maybe over exaggerated a little bit, but not
Like the
really.
sisters.
You know
I
what
didn't
mean?
feel that way. I'm like every person.
The sisters, I feel like were a little over exaggerated.
I felt like they were muted characters that
I thought they just
they were
got,
the lamest, I guess.
They got
but they
brought
were,
into to be like the
They had a
little girls.
purpose, but they were
But I feel like if my sister did that and like died, it would just drive me to like want to be alive more,
yeah.
like for her instead of killing myself and a bunch of people around me.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
to go nuclear or whatever. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
I get it, but
I feel like they had a purpose, but they were the worst, I guess, characters.
they were well.
I wouldn't say the worst.
I wouldn't say we're the worst character.
Well,
No, she's saying worse,
like worst
poorly
written, or
written.
worst.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even think it was that so much as like their end was pointless to me. You know
their
what I mean?
characters probably should. They could have got away.
They could have got away with them
that.
not even existing
Yeah,
within the
not
story.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
That's what I mean. They're not
I
really
think-
there for any specific
And
reason.
other
I
than
think they
that
were
one
just
point
trying
where
to-
she lets them in to
yeah,
kill.
but they could have broke through the doors.
Exactly. They could
you
have
know
done
what I mean?
anything to get
But
past
there
that.
again, there is a certain amount of poetic justice for they let that woman in. They
Yeah.
let her in.
Yeah.
She was part of the in crowd. They let her in, and
Yeah.
she was their demise. So there is a certain amount of poetic justice to that.
I get that. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think they're also trying to show it from like the elderly perspective because there was like the elderly, the children, the pregnant women, the like almost dads, the dads, you know,
Have like a variety of different
people.
characters, and yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, I mean, I guess
The homeless.
I can't say that they're the worst. They're just the weakest. The
Yeah.
weakest link, I
character,
guess,
yeah.
or the weakest
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
But I will say, now that I think about it, I do think that the one lady that let them in, she did have a certain amount of poetic justice, and I think that she did need to be in the movie, now that I think about it that way.
Right. Yeah, like I said, they're only really in it to serve one point in the entirety of the movie.
Mhm.
You
So
know?
whatever happened to the farmer dude that hit the deer?
Oh, he survived. He's
He
living
survived,
happily on
yeah.
his farm with his 12 kids.
You
They don't
see-
even know anything's going
when
on.
I first seen it, I was like, okay,
They're
this guy's
Amish.
gonna be like the main
Oh, yeah,
character,
probably.
and then it's like he's not in it no more. What
Ah,
the
he's-
fuck happened to him?
His name's George.
Yeah,
They're doing fine.
He's fine. Yeah.
That was a
He's
plot
got
hole
he's
to me.
got a little girl on the way.
That
Mm.
was a
Oh.
plot hole to me. You see, he was like made a big deal. It was like,
Well, no,
oh,
his
okay.
his only point is to just
hit a
Sure.
deer.
hit a deer.
Hit a deer and kind of show.
well, he's the cause. He had the chemical or whatever on his truck. He hit the deer.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah, that's why they were spraying the truck down, because he
No,
was
they
there with
sprayed the
them.
truck down because they said something about a biochemical leak. There was a leak. Had nothing to do with him. Because remember, he was throwing a fit
I
about
thought
it.
that was why they
No, he
sprayed
was
the
throwing a
truck down,
fit about it
he
because
had
it's like
it.
it's always something. You know what I mean? So
Oh, I thought that he had it on his truck. and
no,
that's why they
He
sprayed
was
it
just
down.
saying he was like, "What is going on?" And they're like, "Oh, some kind of biotech leak or something
Yeah, he
like
said something
that."
about it.
So
If
then, how did
kills
it get
my
on the?
cattle,
Well,
yeah.
oh, because probably the deer was around it or something.
Yeah, exactly. It
Okay.
was kind of. I think it was showing that he hit the deer, but it wasn't actually dead to begin with.
Okay.
Or
The
it was
deer-
undead or whatever.
the deer
Yeah,
bit-
so it was
the-
just basically showing that it
Yeah.
was started or whatever it was starting.
The deer bit somebody.
Oh yeah, that's how it started.
Imagine
yeah.
that, just a random
Get
deer
attacked
comes
by
up,
a
like,
fucking
bites your
deer.
egg-
Yeah.
ankle. What the fuck?
That'd be
Yeah.
weird.
It was probably a hunter.
I've
or
never
something,
seen a
you know?
deer and thought I better get away from that motherfucker.
Right?
I've never
Yeah.
thought that.
No,
Like, oh, look how cute it is.
Yeah.
Wonder if it'll let me touch it.
dude, we see deer around our house all the time,
Oh yeah.
and like backing out of the garage, I'm never, or like even going to my garage in the morning, I see them all the time. Like, oh shit, like that's
See,
scary now.
The deers
Ah.
are a lot more up there by the moose than they are even by my house.
Yeah,
And I'm out.
yeah,
in the
they're
country.
out there everywhere all the time.
Yeah, they're
All
always
the
up
time.
there.
I've had a deer in my yard before, but that's about it.
I've never had a deer in my yard, but I also live right in the middle of town, so
It was weird to me to see one
Yeah.
the first time because I was like,
Yeah, like I said, they're all over there by the moose.
yeah, they are.
all right. Did everybody go over their
Is that
notes
why
and
they
everything
called it
then?
the moose? 'Cause
That's all I
there's a
got.
bunch of deer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, that's not it.
Oh, I thought you guys were being.
No.
We got
Yeah, that's
some
all I
moose out
got.
here, too.
That's all I got.
You guys good on notes then?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and rate this zombified motherfucker.
Let's go this bitch.
This motherfucker,
Mofo.
motherfucker.
Fuck your own face!
All right. What are you guys doing?
I'm
pulling up
fucking
the-
doing this.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know what you guys were. I thought you were like,
Doing
are
the
you guys looking
times.
up the? You're cheating.
Oh,
I'm doing
pulling
time
that
studies.
up.
We gotta do our reviews
all right.
first.
Let's start with Madison. What do you rate the Train to Busan?
I really like this movie. It was like emotional and stuff, and I like zombies, so that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give it honestly an 8.
An 8.
And a half.
Okay. All right. 8.5. All right.
I really did like this movie. It was super emotional and stuff.
Karen.
The emotional thing is a downside for me, so I'm gonna give it a 4. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't like feeling
It
emotions.
made me feel feelings.
I don't like that. This is why I don't watch romantic movies.
Yeah, this is why I don't watch sad things. I don't watch romantic movies. This is bullshit. No, two things that I really, really enjoyed about this movie. The night blindness. I
Mhm.
really, really like that because I don't know, I hate Superman for a reason. I don't like when things are just completely, like, you can't beat them because, they have everything. So I like the fact that they gave
That's
them
why I never
A
understood
lot
what
of zombie
Superman
movies are
versus
like that, too.
Batman
They're
was.
Yeah.
all
Like,
just
Batman's obviously-
Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days
Shoot 'em in the
Later.
head or
They're
something like
all.
that. About
the only way
all
you can
we
kill
Yeah.
them is to shoot them in the head or like get detach the head from the body or what and
And even in
that's
some movies, that don't even work.
yeah. So like I just hate that Superman complex that you see in so many of those movies. I like that they gave him weakness.
Yeah, you have to give the hero some kind of chance. You want to hope for them in some way.
Absolutely.
And whenever you make zombies like near impossible to kill,
Like, what was that movie with where they had to break into Las Vegas? Safe?
Oh, that one that I haven't seen
Yeah.
that one yet.
They
the one
chopped
with Zack Snyder's
they
movie
chopped
or whatever.
The zombie's head off, and it's still.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah.
God damn it. What was that movie
I
called?
watched. It
I know
not
what you're
too long
talking
ago.
about. I haven't watched it yet.
Army
though.
of the Dead. Army of the
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I really like is that this is another one of those rare movies that shows the father's love. You got a lot of movies that show mother's love. And, I am a mother, so, I get it. But, like The Shining, one of the reasons that I really, really like that story is because it, really showcases a father's love. And this is another movie that showcases a father's love, and it does a really good job of that. So those are two big things that I really liked. I fucking loved the dude with the pregnant wife. That dude was amazing. And again, when he died, it made me feel feelings. So that's another point off. So 3. No. And then, so the plot hole thing, the reason I brought that up is because I couldn't find any. Like, I really couldn't. Like, I racked my brain because I always have to find something, right? Like, because nothing's perfect. And even this movie isn't perfect. I just can't find it for the life of me. I can't find it.
You can
So,
always ask Google.
I'm sure if I watched it more, maybe, or whatever, but, God, Koreans do horror so well. They really do.
They've been really killing it the past few years here.
God, they do. And like you said, it is so tight. It's on this train, and it's fast paced.
They don't leave a lot of room for error.
No, they
So-
don't. But that's also the sign of a good team behind the movie, because they knew, they know the limitations,
Right.
And they knew working in those limitations that they could make a good movie if they did this. So, for all of those reasons, and especially for the fact that I could not find a problem with the plot. I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay, Eric.
Yeah, so I mean, I really enjoyed. There was a lot of feelings that go into this movie. I mean, you got hate towards that one guy. You got,
Oh, everybody hated him, including
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
audience.
I mean, you got sympathy for others, like the high school.
Not couple.
Oh,
not couple.
oh God, when they both died. See, another one made me
And
feel
then-
feelings.
Then the sadness of the
Two.
dad the two dads that lost lost their time with their kids because they died.
One.
Huh?
One.
I'm going down. I started at 4.
And then the daughter and the baby. That's not.
It's just a 0 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it was just
One
a
in the
lot of
negative
feelings
now.
that went into that movie over that. So that was. I mean, that's obviously it's a positive note because it makes you feel something.
That's a
That's what she
positive.
said.
Well, yeah.
I don't like feeling
I
feelings.
don't want to feel my feelings.
Uh,
Push that shit down.
I enjoyed some of the view, like some of the points, like where the camera angles. There were
Oh,
some
yeah,
good
yeah, that's
camera
true.
angles in there
Yeah.
in the movie. I thought. So I mean, I'm coming in like Karen, a hard 9 because I really enjoyed it.
All right.
I found something I didn't like.
Okay.
The soundtrack. I thought the music was goofy in some of the.
I
forgot
didn't-
that.
I didn't even pay attention to the music.
So I'm gonna add that in my review. It's actually a positive for me.
Oh, really? Okay. Sorry.
So the
likes
music,
shit.
the music very much reminds me of like the happier moments of music. It reminds me of like Spirited Away
I wrote like.
and things like that, like of Asian culture.
So
and
like the
shit like that.
specific one was like when they. When they realize when we realized that they're not going to let him into that front car,
Yeah.
the song that was playing sounded like a soap opera, like that sad, lame music that they
Oh,
play
yeah,
on
yeah,
soap
yeah.
operas. That's what it sounded like to me.
See, I said the same thing about One Cut of the Dead about how dumb the music was. You were like, I like the music.
I've come around to your. No, I didn't say I like the music.
Oh.
No, I never said I liked the music.
Oh.
I just said that I didn't understand how important that was. But I told you I came around to understanding because I mean, especially with that, like, yeah, no, I understand what you mean.
Because that's
by now.
also another Korean film.
Yeah, but it's
But-
a good one.
So
So you think?
I don't feel as strongly about the movie as you guys. I do like the movie. I've always liked the movie. I don't know how many times have you guys seen this movie.
This is the first one.
time.
First. See, this is my second time seeing it. I liked it the first time. I like it just as much this time. But I've seen a lot of zombie movies, and
So have I.
It's hard to come in and to compare to a lot of those. Like, I think one of my all-time favorite zombie movies of all time is the Dawn of the Dead remake.
It's my second.
So, like, I love that movie. That
Mhm.
is one of the best zombie movies ever.
But see, that's another one that makes you feel feelings.
Very true. Yeah,
What's your
very
first
true.
favorite, Karen?
Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a George A. Romero movie.
And I don't
But-
like Romero, but I like that movie.
I don't care much for Romero either.
I don't like Romero. But I like that movie. It has the best kill scene I've ever seen in a movie ever. And I'm not talking about the,
Yeah, you're
the
talking
major.
about the guy with the guts.
No, he gets his fucking head ripped off.
Oh yeah. When they like loses.
And you can hear
Yeah.
his vocal cords getting ripped out. That's the best thing. Like, you hear his vocal, you hear it the whole way. It's amazing.
There's some good kill scenes in there.
There's a lot of good social commentary in that
Yeah.
one. That's why I like it.
But I like the relationship between the dad and the daughter. It seems real to me because there's a distance there, and it's not perfect, but they still love each other. I also love the relationship between the husband and wife, the pregnant wife and the husband.
Yeah.
I think that's a very playful,
They had a great relationship.
and I love that. And that's what made me love him so much.
Yeah. At first, I
Uh,
thought he was going to be a dick.
Yeah.
Like, when you
Yeah.
first meet him,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, you
that
think
guy's
that.
going to be an asshole. He's going to
Yeah.
be the asshole.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
But he was, and he was actually pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because even him, because his relationship to the main character reminded me of why I love Dragon Ball Z. Because it's the same kind of relationship that Goku and Vegeta have.
Yeah, I'll give
It's
you that.
sort of like a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's why I love
He was just a
Vegeta.
douchebag in the beginning because he was being protective
Of
his
his wife,
pregnant
yeah.
Sure.
wife.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of things
That was one thing that got me too, because like he was standing in front of a bathroom and like the little girl walks in. I didn't really notice, but I was like, oh, he's just like protecting two people in the bathroom.
I know. I thought he was like a pimp or something. That's what I was thinking. I was
He's
like, oh god,
there's two people in there going to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh,
Is his pregnant wife?
yeah. Then
Yeah.
she comes out. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. I know. I thought he was a pimp. I did.
So I think that with a lot of the positive, there's a lot of positives to it. I think the zombies are great. They're well done. I love the running. I love the part with the train where they're like attaching. It's almost like a World War Z kind of scenario where they're using each other. I know, but like one thing I liked about
was amazing.
is they were so violent and aggressive that they would use each other almost like ants and build off of each other and climb and scale walls. And hold on,
it shows the complete disregard for humanity. Like they are no longer human in any way, shape, or form.
No.
But there's a lot of things there's some things that I don't like about it. Some of the characters are a little stale. I think the girl was stale, not the young girl, but the baseball cheerleader girl. I didn't like her. I didn't care much for the baseball player either. I didn't like his character. I thought he was kind of stale and dumb. It was like that whole boyfriend girlfriend. I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, that was
thing.
another characters. That was like another kind of character that they were trying to present, like the high school.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. So also I didn't care for the sisters. I thought the whole movie could have done without them completely and just wrote them out in some way. I just didn't care for them, I guess. I thought the little girl was great. I thought I even liked the homeless guy for as little as he said and stuff. At first, I didn't like him, and then he kind of grows on you a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that overall, that it is a tightly written movie. I think that the plot is great. It's a great scenario for a zombie film. On a train, going from one place to another, and you have no choice but to stay on it and survive and blah, blah, blah. So it's good, and it's got a few flaws, but nothing major, nothing that's going to ding it too much. But like I said, I've seen a lot of zombie movies, so this isn't one of my. This would be a top tier zombie movie to me, but it's not my favorite. I'm going to give it a 7. I think that's pretty fair for where I'm coming from. So, because just
kind of makes you think like Snowpiercer, where they have to.
That's what Jeremiah said.
It is a lot like that, yeah. Kind of
It's
working their way from
survive.
train car to train car.
I didn't
Yeah.
care for Snowpiercer that much.
Really?
Mm-mm.
It was really
I mean,
good.
it was all right. Yeah, I liked it. I'd watch it again.
That has a huge social commentary.
It does,
It's
absolutely.
very
I mean,
much.
I liked it. I would watch it again.
Yeah. They
It's
actually came out
just-
with a series about Snowpiercer.
Yeah, they did.
I thought they did too.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it, but I thought the movie was good.
was.
But anyway, I give it a 7. So what's our overall?
8.375.
8.375. It's pretty good. All right, let's get into the Rotten Tomatoes stuff.
Wonder if they actually got too much on that.
For the critics, I'm gonna say 87.
I'm going with 78.
73.
All right, what are you guys' scores?
87.
78.
73.
Karen's gonna take this. Actually, a 95%.
Whoa.
Certified fresh. Critics' consensus. Train to Busan delivers a thrillingly unique and purely entertaining take on the zombie genre with fully realized characters and plenty of social commentary to underscore the bursts of skillfully staged action.
93 for audience.
84.
93, 84.
Damn it. 98. I'm going high.
What'd you say?
84.
Oh.
Oh god,
It almost
God.
whacked you in the head.
you almost died.
I just heard something moving. I'm like, am I going to get hit with something?
DK. Murder, death, kill.
You saw it right here, people.
I don't think your
All the time that's been up there, and it just decides to come down during the 2 hours.
I don't think your ghost likes it too much,
Yeah.
Joseph.
You could have died, or even worse.
Yeah, because it's so heavy. All right, what were you guys' scores?
93.
I
93?
said 98.
84?
Mhm.
What'd you say?
I said 98. I went high.
You went way too high. I think Karen's got it. It's an 89%. So you'd have been 4 off. You would have been
A lot.
5 off.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
5 off. So yeah, Karen took it by like a point.
Yeah.
So
What?
Karen,
You want to go?
she cheated. She cheated.
Well, how'd you cheat?
Well, you know,
She could see my phone.
I
She was looking
can.
up.
I was looking
Is
at.
that what you were
the
really
outside.
She was
doing?
looking at the
poster.
light,
Yeah, I was looking at the light. Actually, I knocked it down.
so she could see my phone.
Yep.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's what I did. I used my mind.
Let's see if we can find a few negative reviews.
11?
I'm not getting my hopes up about it.
Denzel told her.
Dude,
Dental.
people say I look like Millie Bobby Brown all the time. I
All
tell
right,
you
so
that.
here's a 1.5 stars. I
look
feel
like
like we're not
Millie
going to
Bobby
get
Brown.
very low ones. Painfully, this one actually has a
She's
reason.
pretty, so it's okay.
Painfully overrated, riddled with plot holes
Where?
and general stupidity. People standing around, barely reacting whilst a zombie apocalypse is occurring. The redeeming factors are the cinematography, but the writing and direction is poor. Didn't we just have this conversation about plot holes?
Yeah, I
but
would like
didn't
to
see
know.
we-
Whoever you are, can you let me know what those plot holes are? Because
If whoever
I
you
racked
are,
my brain.
maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, at least you gave
No
a
more
reason.
opinions for you.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, but they're not right reasons.
No, I mean, like, I would like to, but if they're plot holes, but like,
What-
elaborate.
what are these plot
What are the
holes?
plot holes?
Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Man, there are not a lot of low reviews on this.
Well, no.
Oh,
it was a good
hold
movie.
on. We got a 1 star. Frustrating waste of time. Characters make the worst choices over and over, and the ending is pointlessly terrible. Sincerely don't understand the good reviews. I mean, they do make some bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't they always make bad decisions?
Yeah, I mean, movies are generally
that's the
like
whole
that,
point.
but
I
yeah,
mean-
they
I would
make-
say a lot of the bad decisions that are made though aren't really their choice. Like the guy stopping at the first place, that wasn't their choice.
I mean,
Okay.
how girls always
So I got a
run
1 star, and this
upstairs
motherfucker
when-
wrote a book. I'm gonna read it.
Holy shit!
It says 1 star. This is from Luke H. This is back in October 6th of last year, so it's a year ago.
Okay.
This film was great right up until the very end. The film was entertaining, suspenseful, and unpredictable. While
feelings either.
while also playing
I
on
get
the
it.
audience's emotions. However, the end of the film was so unbelievably stupid that the rest of the movie was ruined. Spoilers ahead. Throughout the film, the characters on the train have been told over and over again that the place they will stop at is safe and taken over by the military. But every time they arrive, the zombies have taken over. At the end of the movie, the little girl's dad dies, and she and the only other survivor, a pregnant lady, arrive in Busan, and get off the train thereon. While walking into a black tunnel, not knowing who or what is in the tunnel, this girl starts singing. This dude is making some really good points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is making some really good points.
He is.
The song was a song that she couldn't sing without her dad, and so it's supposed to be really sweet, but in reality, it's completely stupid. They have no idea if there are zombies around, and she is potentially attracting all the zombies to come eat them in a dark tunnel where they can't even see them coming. Not only that, but the pregnant lady with the girl is completely unfazed by the little girl singing out after watching everyone she knows get eaten by zombies. We, as the audience, know if she hadn't sung, they would have been shot by the military, but it is foolish to use our knowledge of the scene to ignore the fact that the little girl had no idea if the military was up ahead or not, and chose to sing out in the dark, potentially bringing death upon her and the pregnant woman trying to keep her alive.
She is a little
I have to
girl.
concede that was a really good review. That was really good. The points he made. I wouldn't say it's a 1.
It's not a 1 star. It's not, doesn't knock it down to like, a 10% or 20% for me, but he's got some solid points.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'll give it to you, Luke H.
I wanted to hate on you, but
I did too, but you had reason.
I can't argue.
I'm not gonna say it's a 1 star worthy.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a
review,
1, but
okay, here's a 1/2 star. Call of Duty Zombies ripoff. Okay, not
Okay.
Not
or
really.
not at all,
Not-
but okay.
really,
You could say that about any zombie movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come on, dude.
Wouldn't Call of Duty be a ripoff of every zombie movie? ever
Exactly.
made?
Pretty much,
And not to mention the zombies in Call of Duty are really slow. They move slowly.
I made a
It makes
point
you
one
think
time
of
in,
Wolfenstein.
one of those like blog things or whatever, where people were having an argument about zombies and whether or not they should move fast or slow. My argument was, wouldn't it depend on whether or not they were decaying
I agree.
or whether they were a fresh
I think
zombie?
new zombies would run fast.
New zombies should be able to run fast. If they're
Old
decaying
zombies would
or
not.
whatever, they
I
wouldn't.
think after a week or so, they should be going very
Slowing
slowly.
down or
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a place for both in zombies, is what
I
I'm
agree.
saying.
Yep. Like if you watch Dawn of the Dead.
Yep.
Dawn of the Dead at first
Has both.
they fucking sprint.
Yep.
By the end of the movie, they move. I mean,
You see newer ones.
you see newer ones that are running, but you also see other ones that are starting to decay and they move slower.
Yep.
So there is that. This is my last one. 1.5 stars. Zombie action is okay, but the acting is awful. If only they had real dramatic actors in this one. Okay, so the main character is a dramatic actor, so there's that.
Yeah.
He was also in Squid Game. Here's a 1 star. This is the last one for sure. Hold on, I have 2. I'm going to give you this one first because this one has like spoiler alerts and signs and everything else all over it. This one is a 1 star. Too many loose. Hold on. Okay. Too many loose ends. Logic almost non-existent, which is usually the key factor in a good zombie movie.
Where?
There is no such thing as logic in zombie movies.
Mm.
Oh, I'm saying like they're
In a good zombie movie, there is.
Well, there's no. Where do you get logic from a zombie?
No, you don't from a zombie,
That's
but
what
from
I'm
a
saying,
movie,
like-
you should.
Okay, so here's a 0.5 star. This one says spoilers. I hate how the husband of the pregnant wife freaking dies, and how the baseball player and the girl dies. Like all they wanted to do was protect a pregnant lady and the girl, but no, they freaking had to die because of the
Karen.
stupid rich guy. I hate him. The rest of the movie is good though. Edit.
Well, that's
There's-
not a
there's-
1 star, though. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
no, this is a 0.5 star.
oh,
There's an
God.
edit here. This movie sucks. Don't waste your freaking time watching this. Everyone dies.
So he did that like in the middle of the movie, and then like went back and was like, "Fuck this movie."
He's like
Everybody
writing
dies.
the review as he's watching like the last 20 minutes, and then he's like,
I hate people like
then he's
that.
like, hold on, I'm gonna edit this. The dad died now. Fuck this movie. Like,
I got nothing for that, dude. You should just not watch movies. I guess.
yeah. Oh man. So that's Train to Busan. Like it or hate it, it's there. Oh, what do we got here? So trivia.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
That's gonna be the fastest trivia in the history of trivia.
That's fine. We were already hour 52 in, so.
Filmmaker Edgar Wright, who directed the Shaun of
Shaun
the
of
Dead,
the Dead, baby.
was a
First favorite zombie movie.
big fan of the
I
film.
love Shaun of the Dead.
Wright recommended the film in a
That's your
tweet and
winner.
called it the best zombie movie I've seen in forever. Train to Busan is the 6th highest grossing domestic film of all time in South Korea. On August 7th, the film set a record as the first Korean film of 2016 to break the audience record for over 10 million theatergoers. Train to Busan also grossed 93.1 million worldwide. An animated prequel, Seoul Station, also directed Seoul Station, also directed by Sang Ho-yeon, was released less than a month after Train to Busan was released.
Can't do it.
Given that the film was the 9th most successful Korean movie in history, there was instant talk of a sequel, which the director instantly refuted. Ironically, he would change his mind 3 years later and start work on Peninsula 2020.
I don't think that people receive that one as well. I've never seen it.
I'm
I
interested in seeing
I
them.
kinda need to
just
watch
because-
it, just
yeah,
to-
I
yeah.
kind of want to watch both just because I like this one so much. But
Yeah, I can't imagine that the Peninsula could be all that bad.
I can't imagine that they're going to be.
I doubt it's going to be as good.
They're not
but-
going to be. They can't be. At the New York Times, Jeanette Katsalis selected the film her critics' pick and took notice of its subtle class warfare. That's it.
Yeah, there really wasn't much.
Told you.
All right, so Train to Busan, baby. Let's get into what we're gonna do. So, we're starting our next week. Starts the month of October, which, like we did last year, we will be doing a horror or Halloween movie, like related movie, every week of the month of October. So, this year we're all four going to be like last year was just me, Karen, and Matt. So we each chose a movie, and then I think for the final week, what did we do? Did we just?
Oh, we each picked one, and then we did a bonus of
We
like
should do
our
Hocus Pocus?
favorite.
Oh, 5 favorite horror movies. That's right.
Yeah.
No, because that was a bonus episode. We did another episode we did 4 movies that month.
Wasn't that Hocus
Yeah.
Pocus?
Yeah, I think you guys.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, we did the Hocus Pocus.
We did Hocus
one.
Pocus, and then we each chose a movie.
Yep.
So this month we're not going to. This year we're not going to do that way. This year we're each just going to pick a movie, and we're going to start with Eric, and then from there we'll go on to Madison, then Karen, then me, and we'll pick movies for each week of the month, just like we'll do in December with Christmas.
I think we should do Thanksgiving movies too.
You think?
Yeah, because
I
Dutch
think-
is on
Hallmark
Max
movies?
now.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You want to do one every month or every week though? That's. I mean, I don't even think there's enough Thanksgiving movies to do.
Hallmark
that.
There's like-
movies.
3 that I can think. 4 actually that
You
I
do
can think of.
Thanksgiving.
That's what I was gonna do.
Duh.
I was gonna do
Hallmark
Thanksgiving.
movies.
I'm not
Duh.
doing Hallmark movies.
No Hallmark movies. No, that's
I think
that's
we
out.
do
kidding.
one Thanksgiving movie.
I was just kidding.
One
I was
Thanksgiving
totally
movie.
kidding.
I hope
I was
so.
totally kidding.
Because I don't know about that. That's a lot. Because
That's
that's
3
a lot
months-
of theme
that's 3
movies.
months of,
that's
like-
3 months of theme movies.
Yeah.
I don't
You
like
could do Thanksgiving 3.
I don't even want to do an entire month of Christmas movies. Actually, we might not even do an entire month of
we
Christmas
should do
movies.
both Thanksgivings
I don't think that's
for
a good
Thanksgiving.
idea. I was thinking
Well, all
Dutch.
3 of them.
Dutch is
actually.
a
We
good
should-
one.
We should do the three Thanksgiving movies.
There's only 2.
Shh.
we
Yeah,
need to start
know.
doing bonus episodes for that kind of shit.
Yeah, we should get drunk and watch that shit.
Get drunk and watch that
shitty
shit.
stuff.
We should.
Did
Fucking
you see that fucking
Mystery
turkey
Science
driving that
Theater
car?
3000 style that
Yeah,
bitch.
we should.
Like,
We should. Did you see that turkey driving a car? Looked like a human. That's the point.
that's the point. Just get trashed and watch that junk.
We should do it in your backyard with the
With the projector and everything. Yeah.
Anyway.
Eric, what are we watching next week, man?
Critters.
Critters.
Fuck yes.
All right. Critters it is.
I know that's not in the box.
No, that's not in the box.
Well, it's good I chose it.
Critters. That's
I have a critter. I'm bringing it. I'll put
Okay.
him right here.
that
Don't forget 'em.
that $300 critter you paid
I
for.
love my critter. Don't
Wait,
fuck around.
hey. We're supposed to buy it.
I didn't buy it.
What do you mean you didn't buy it?
Wasn't bought.
It was a gift.
Yeah, it was a gift.
He gifted it to you?
Gifted
Yes.
it.
Did you blow him?
No. He's just a very kind man.
Oh, he's not allowed to sell them. Oh, because they're
They're not
probably
copyrighted.
copyrighted,
No,
yeah.
they won't give their copyright up.
Oh, well, whatever. It was gifted to her. Anyway, next week we're gonna do Critters for our first week of Halloween for October, and then from there,
I believe it's on Prime.
I think I own the.
I own
I might
all of
own
them.
the
I'm
Critters
sure you do,
movies.
but
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure
I
it's
might
on
not.
Prime.
I don't think I do.
It's either
Maybe
on
I'll
Prime or
buy them because those are
HBO.
movies that I would love to own.
I love them.
I'm sure you can find them all in like a pack.
Pretty sure it's on.
I think we have them in a pack.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sure you can find them
That's
all
why
in
I
like a
chose it,
pack.
'cause
I know there's a
it's on
DVD
Prime.
pack.
I'm sure.
that we
I'm almost
had.
positive I've seen them on Blu-ray.
I know we had them in a pack for a DVD, and I'm pretty sure we bought them in a pack on our Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
for
you can buy
Blu-ray.
them in a pack on Blu-ray. I'm wondering if I own it. I don't think I do.
See, I'm terrible about this. Jeremiah knows exactly. It's on Max.
It's on Max.
It's
Yeah.
on Max.
Yeah, I know. He knows exactly what we have and on what, but I'm pretty sure that's one that we have in a pack. on
Critters is
Blu-ray.
ridiculous.
Fucking love
If
those
you
movies.
like horror
The
comedy,
third and
that's
fourth-
it. Yeah.
Definitely a horror
The
comedy.
third is
horror comedy.
okay, but the fourth blows balls.
Which one has Leonardo DiCaprio in
Third.
it? The third one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He
think
almost
that's the
died.
The
Farthest
first and
I've
second
gone.
are not bad. It's then you get the third one is kind of ridiculous, and the fourth one can blow.
Which
my
one is
ass.
it? The one that they turn into a giant critter ball?
That's the second one.
That's the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen these movies in years.
I got my picture, the picture that I had Dee Wallace sign as a Critters picture too. Yeah.
All right, so next week we're doing Critters, so join us for that. Don't forget to get on all of our socials that are appearing on the screen now.
You guys don't have to watch Scare Package 2.
Thank God.
I should have picked
You
Jason.
saved him.
I should have picked Jason Goes to Hell.
We haven't watched the first Jason.
That's a sequel, man.
Fuck.
See?
Oh, well, then I could have picked Friday the 13th to make you guys real suffer.
Then you would have
I
watched
wouldn't suffer.
Scare
I don't
Package
mind
2.
that movie.
I've never seen it.
I own those. I actually
The
own all
first one?
those too.
Any of them.
Wait, which
I-
one? I was
I
say the
had-
remake.
I hadn't watched any of them either, and then one Friday the 13th, I sat down and watched
That was
all of them
actually
over the
pretty
whole
good, I
weekend.
thought.
I'm
Really?
sorry.
I did.
The remake is really good, I thought.
Because I
I thought
thought
the
I
remake was
shouldn't
good.
make fun of movies I'd never seen. Now I can make fun of them.
Now I
make
can make fun of them.
All right, so till next week, people.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.